heroes, you have lost track of Jason. You have all you know for certain is he's going somewhere south, and you don't know if he's on foot, if he somehow picked up a ride, if he has more power, more magical ability in him that he was letting on, and maybe he transformed himself into something. You have no idea.
All I know is he's a coward.
Yes.
Yep.
You that the road is actually now a bit north of you, and that you currently do not have transportation of your own. The gnome does have a mount, but the mount is not a horse.
No.
What do you guys wish to do?
We know if something is in the south. We go south.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know where Jason went, right? So.
Actually, we should probably check if we can find tracks. So we should probably do this.
Mm-hmm.
I shall check.
Yeah, I'm not gonna find anything that's.
I don't see anything.
There's nothing here, boys.
I'm gonna wait until you guys all roll survival, and then I'll tell you what's going on.
Oh, should I roll survival?
Yeah, please.
You can if you want. I'm just right now. I'm looking for the checks from the primary party.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're high survival rolls.
Even with the 16 in survival, you basically see nothing. The grass is obscuring everything. A soft breeze is blowing, and if there were tracks, it's possible that the grass has now reset itself because of the breeze.
We know there's a town off to the south, right?
You know the town is way south, but you don't know exactly where it is because you're not on a road. But you do know that there's a road to the north of you that you could probably trace down that way.
I thought we knew there was a cave to the south?
You know there's a cave somewhere to the south. You don't know where.
Oh, there's a cave?
Yeah, they said.
I have no idea.
The note said.
Yeah, you found a note about a cave.
And Ironius is taking simple path south.
All right.
Well,
Look, we don't have any.
Lucky, we'll find his dead body.
We don't have any tracks to follow.
We followed tracks to road, and can we see the mountains now?
At this distance, no.
These are tiny mountains.
I say we head up.
It's more, if I recall, the curvature of the planet is too far. Is too great to see the mountains.
Would there be any possibility of making an insight check to see where he would go?
Sure.
Probably not.
Yeah, you probably didn't know him well enough to understand, because you didn't see the him stealing that sword and running away coming.
Do we have any clues at all?
Just the notes and just that Jason fled from you.
Cave and mountain.
I mean,
let's track up to the road and then go to the town.
Yeah.
Bottom town.
Sure. I mean, we'll find him someday. So
my only concern is we've already spent a day traveling south of the road.
We need to continue going south so that way we can finish the task that we were assigned. Because we're losing time, and time is up.
We have no idea where the thing is, right?
All we know is things to the south.
To the south. There's a cave to the south.
But no, all we know is we're supposed to find out what's wrong in the south.
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
I mean, you can just travel around and see if we can find anything. Jason is interesting. But, you know...
We checked out this castle, right?
Yeah.
Found the sword. Guys, I'm just trying to find Bartholomew.
Yes. I shall help you find Bartholomew friend. Maybe he is in fields down here.
You always talked about heading south.
Talked? You'll talk?
No, Jason talked about heading south.
Bartholomew talked about going south.
I mean, my vote is. I mean, if
Let's just keep heading south then.
yeah, let's just go.
Psst,
You have strange mule friend.
psst. He's amazing. He used to pull my cart of weapons, but I don't really need it anymore.
Of course, the talking mule is amazing.
So I guess we're heading south and to keep looking for clues.
Yep.
All right. As you guys begin to move, you hear the sounds of battle coming from the north of you and people running, including the 2 new party members, along with several random NPCs yelling, "Run! Run! There's a bunch of skeletons upon us!"
It's Gojira.
Wow.
It looks like Gojira, but due to international copyright laws, it's not.
No, there's
We're
nothing
not
big coming at
broadcasting,
you.
we're alright.
Holy shit!
Yeah, hold
Should
on.
probably go
Just
help them.
setting up the battle map.
Maybe they won't be like Jason and fucking betray us like a little bitch.
And have fun, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Belmard.
I mean, I don't think skeletons were that big of a problem last time, but you know,
The big ones are.
yeah. I mean, I can try to smash some of them up, but I don't think I should be in melee right now.
Alright. There you go. Yeah, there's just some like
Wait till that-
random commoners running around. Hold on. Let me.
Wait till that deer gets some antlers. Dangerous.
Oh yeah. It might. Oh, it does have antlers. That's where it's had the rain.
Oh.
Yeah, I made some nice
Give it.
rolling tables for these things.
Random token thing? Oh man.
Yeah, just to have random commoners and shit. Alright, roll initiative.
Pretty good.
Hang on. Where'd I go? There I am.
Oh, Athena and Anomia, I forgot to mention, it's level 2. Everybody's level 2.
Yeah, I downloaded myself a bit.
Alright.
Oh,
Yeah,
another
sorry about that. I realized that was an important thing to mention, and I completely forgot.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the cleric is level 2.
Oh, we also have a cleric.
That's nice.
Yeah.
We don't know she's a cleric yet.
No, I don't have to worry about using my spell slots.
Unless you recognize her holy symbol.
I can be greedy. Use all my spell slots for offensive shit.
It's the holy symbol for Ormagoden the Fire Beast.
Makes me think of having both Mercy and Moira on a team is a good thing. One of them can heal, the other one can DPS if need be.
They're both broken.
Yeah.
And the good,
You can solo easily with Moira.
They're just gonna take the hits and you guys stand behind them. It's all good.
Yep.
I mean, the good thing is I can heal as bonus action, so I can still do fun stuff with my actions. Which is good. Yo.
Alright, so Antonio gets to go first.
Oh, really?
Yep.
1 second, please.
Alrighty.
Ah, my computer's beeping at me. All right. Perhaps we can negotiate. So I look forward and I see these innocent people on the road, and I'm like,
Oh,
"God
that
dang it, I
reminds
thought
me.
these
I should
these
probably.
days were behind us."
I'll just add a turn for these guys.
Thought my fight days were behind me, guys.
But you fight with honor and strength.
30. Straight up, 30 feet. I'm like, quickly get behind me, and I'm talking to all the commoners and everybody else. I'll do my best to hold them off. As I grab up my shield, get all defensive on me, on y'all, on them. And that's it for me.
Alright. Alright, so the next one is Minotaur Skeleton. This one comes over and smacks down this commoner over here. Ugh! Doesn't even have a chance. Bron!
I'm gonna move over here. And I will cast Witch Bolt on the red Minotaur skeleton.
Which one? I'm sorry.
The red one.
Alright, got it.
Does that hit?
Yep. Gosh, you see lightning dance around its bones. Do you have any other attacks?
No. I'm just gonna move a bit further back.
Alright, Erroneous, you're up.
Alright, that's it for me. Now I need to pay attention.
Ironius would move to the point, and then what Ironius does best and just dash into action. And rage.
Every time a barbarian rages, all I can think of is those things in Castle Crashers. What I think of every time. That's your full action, correct?
Yeah, I did a dash and bonus action was rage.
Right. Minotaur skeleton lumbers towards you.
I got a weird question.
Sure.
Have you thought about changing the hit point bars to green?
Yeah, I know that's what the official one is, but for some reason, to me, health is red. I think it comes from long years of playing in certain other games where it's always red, and it's like
Just everybody's faces are covered.
it's the only problem.
Oh well, it doesn't. It's fine. Who's he hitting?
He's aiming for Erroneous,
Air.
but Erroneous has major AC, so
How the hell does he have major AC?
I am barbarian with constitution.
yeah,
And shield.
he's basically the tank just because of that.
Unarmored defense is a wonderful thing.
Skeleton with a short sword pokes at Erroneous and misses. Of course it does. Other skeleton wanders down this way, turns, lets loose an arrow, which pierces the heart of this commoner, and she falls dead to the ground.
Dang it! I told him to get behind me. Nobody's listening.
They were fleeing in panic and didn't see you. The skeleton turns, fires an arrow at this commoner, and this one also goes collapsing to the ground. While the final skeleton, let's see, how far can it reach? aims an arrow at Antonio.
On. He's at disadvantage. I am defending.
Ah, good point. Then I have to roll again and see what that does. 16.
That hits me.
Thankfully, you did not get the crit. Still took 7 damage, though. Fredrickson!
I'm going to tell my dear friend to stay here. And then...
Edward, the dear friend.
Yep, he's my dear friend. He's a dear friend.
Oh, that's why I wrote ED down on there.
Angel.
Some battle music.
I got instant music. I'm going.
I'd love to play music for people, but unfortunately, when it comes to my end as GM, I get distracted easily GMing. Music's playing. I'm kind of the opposite when I'm writing up a scene. Like, I need the music to concentrate, but when there's so many other people around, the music distracts me.
We don't have one person on the chart, Athena.
Ah, then Athena needs to make a roll.
What do you want me to roll?
Initiative. Apparently you're not on the initiative order. I didn't notice, sorry.
Highlight your
That's
token
good.
and do it.
Hmm?
Click your token and do it.
I'm in a magic missile Minotaur red.
Alright.
Level. And that is 11 damage.
Nice. Kind of blackened the side of its skull.
My laptop's a dick. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm gonna wait a moment for you to get on the initiative order to see if you're before or after this.
You, you need a hand?
Want me to roll it for you?
Maybe.
Yeah, so
I don't use Roll20 that often, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
would you just click your token?
I got it.
Alright. Well, I mean,
Hey, it even works.
you right where you need to be.
Yep. Alright, so
Colin.
Minotaur Skeleton. Minotaur Skeleton basically turns towards Ironius and swipes him with its great axe.
Miss.
Anomala. You're up.
Alrighty. I'm gonna look at everybody around me and say, "Well, wasn't expecting all this company." So I'm going to run up to this one right over here, next to the barbarian, and I'm going to attack him with my greatsword.
Oh.
I'm just guessing Althea's a girl. Sounds like a girl's name.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, it's a Tabaxi and a Tiefling here. Nice. You put some dents into the rib bones of the Minotaur skeleton.
And I believe that's my turn.
And it is now Althea's turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to roll to help the other two with the Minotaur skeleton.
Alright, you have to move your token over to it.
You actually have a ranged attack,
Or you do that.
Sacred Flame.
Sure.
Radiant damage.
If you just look on your sheet and just click on it.
It's one of the things I love most about Roll20's 5th edition. That you can just drag and drop stuff onto your sheets.
There you go.
Okay, Sacred Flame, DC
Holy
13.
fuck.
And it takes
Sorry.
3 damage. That's okay. If you're learning the sheets, that happens.
That's awesome. Should praise the holy socks.
Holy socks! Antonio.
Oh, yeah. So I'm advising this person standing next to me. Like, stay behind me, I'll protect you. As I don't want to leave anybody. I'll just toss my spear at this guy on the left. He's already beat up a little, right?
Yep.
Spear throw.
Ooh, 9 damage.
That
Nice.
looks like it hits.
Yes, it does.
It's one-handed. I guess I'm gonna have to pull my sword out.
And the spear basically just kind of lodges in a couple of ribs, and it's now half sticking out of the Minotaur skeleton, although it doesn't seem to be impeding it whatsoever. But it did seem to cause damage. Minotaur skeleton, in fact, charges at you with its gore
Uh-oh.
attack.
Better use
Whoop.
it.
Gore.
Miss.
Yep. Maybe that spear helped you after all. I think the spear, as it lowered its head to gore you and charging, kind of dragged around the ground and slowed its attack, just barely missing you. Run!
I'm too old for this stuff.
Bran will snap his fingers, and as he does, a bolt of lightning streaks towards the skeleton he had before.
Alright.
It auto hits with 1 damage, and I will heal Antonio for 2 points of healing.
2. Plus
Better
2.
than nothing. Ooh,
No, it's
nope,
2
plus
dice.
8.
8 health points. Have
Oh,
fun with
okay.
it.
Arrhenius.
Hello, welcome.
Put it in the wrong place.
We're gonna attack green.
Ooh, for 20 damage. Nice.
Nice.
You have a great weapon against skeletons.
It's his weapon.
Yep. And I think the Minotaur skeleton gets to strike back. And it does. It goes right for you, Arrhenius, with its great axe. And it misses. And then the skeleton attempts to poke you with a short sword. I think that actually hit.
Yep.
And then the other skeleton, let's see. Oops. The other skeleton launches an arrow out at Anomia.
I think we need to regroup, guys.
The arrow strikes you right in the arm, Arnonia. Other skeleton, let's see. Fires an arrow at Antonio.
Aha.
And the last
Miss.
one fires an arrow at Althea. I keep wanting to say Athena. That's why I keep pausing. For 7.
No.
Ow.
Fredrickson, is now your turn.
Well, Fredrickson's kind of baffled because there's a cat person standing not that far from him because he's never seen a tabaxi before.
Yeah,
He noticed
none
the socks. What's that?
are showing up at your lab, huh? Just the kobolds?
And then he saw the socks hanging from the tiefling's belt, and immediately realized that that's gonna be his new favorite person. Besides everyone else.
Aww.
Well, she would have to hold the socks up when you're casting spells.
Well, from what it says, it's dangling from her belt. Go ahead and we'll firebolt Minotaur.
Firebolt red?
Yep.
Gotcha. Alright.
Pew.
And blue uses its great axe down towards Erroneous. Ouch. Did he just kill Erroneous?
No, raging.
Rage! Yes! Success! Erroneous is not dead.
That would have
Because that was a really nasty critical. Yeah. You just saw your new pal Erroneous take major damage from an axe.
Oh,
Blood is now
shit.
coursing off of him. A little bit of blood gets on you, darkening your fur in places.
I feel like Ironius in his rage would just take the blood and lick it.
No, he
Alex.
just got
Smear
new
it all over
powder.
his face.
I'll gaze at him in shock and like, oh gosh. I'm gonna immediately keep attacking because this thing's gotta die. Does a 15 hit?
Yes, it does. The only good thing about these skeletons is they have low AC.
Yeah. And that's my turn. That's all I can do.
Althea, what would you like to do?
I would like to put myself between Antonia and Enoma and heal the dude that just almost got killed.
What's the distance on your healing spell? I do believe in 5th
Um,
edition it's actually pretty good, unlike advanced
If you
edition
push on it,
dragons.
it'll tell you.
60
Cure
feet.
wounds.
Excellent, you're good. Sorry, I was playing some of the old PC games, Champions of Kryn today, and always grumbling about how Cure Light Wounds and that is a touch spell. Your healer has to be right next to them to heal them. Huzzah! New
Healing
additions.
word is the ranged one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Do you want me to throw that one in chat too, or?
You have to press it so we know how much you heal Erroneous for.
I feel like if I make a bard for his healing word, he's gonna throw in.
So he gains 8 hit points. Now we're back to Antonia. Or Bellaward.
No, he's just coughing blood.
My turn?
Yes, it is.
Elward! Rah. So I'm going to smack this guy with my sword. Like, guys, we need to regroup.
One hand or two?
It's always one hand, carrying a shield.
Alright. You take out some more bone chips on it, but it didn't do substantial damage.
I'm gonna action surge and do it again.
Alright.
Ah, the action surge.
Hiya!
And unfortunately, this time, when you try chopping your blade down, you just hit dirt.
Been let down by the sword of my ancestors.
And the skeleton would laugh if it could, but instead it just takes a great axe to your face.
Oh dear.
Literally, it takes a great axe to your face. There's now torrents of blood coming down from Antonio.
Skeletons could laugh.
Run.
Like a scary movie too.
I will move into melee with the red skeleton. I will try to hit it with my quarterstaff.
Alright. Huzzah! Bludgeoning damage, but this one misses.
And I will heal Antonio with my...
8 damage healed up, Antonio.
Oh no, it's 1. I accidentally
Oh, sorry, 4 damage.
twice.
That's enough for the bleeding to stop. You're no longer gushing blood from your face. Your nose still appears to be there.
Nose.
Erroneous.
Oh no! How am I supposed to find Bartholomew?
Just gonna keep trying.
Don't worry
to
about me,
control
guys.
this thing.
Just save my mule. Make sure you find him. I fall. Battle.
If he falls in battle, Frederick's gonna run up and go, "No! I will find your lost mule, and I will love it as if it was my own."
Minotaur
And it won't be
skeleton
if you're
swings
dead.
back at Erroneous.
Damn.
Oh.
We're just getting fucked up today.
Yeah, more blood comes spurting out of it, splatters on the skeleton. Skeleton now looks kind of red.
Yay, raging!
And the raging is great for a
Oh, no.
minutes. Other skeleton just sits there and starts poking at it with its sword. Meanwhile, the archer skeleton aims for Anomila. Ouch. 6 damage to the cat person.
Thank God that was only 6 damage per crit.
I know, right?
Next skeleton launches an arrow at Braun. Which
And it
misses. Kind of
misses.
flunks into the ground at his feet. And the other skeleton does the same. Also misses. Another arrow lands at your feet. Fredrickson!
I'm gonna aim for purple skeleton.
Alright.
Pick him off.
Purple 1 or purple 2?
Purple 2.
Alright. The skeleton looks mostly charred, but it's still up and moving. Minotaur skeleton swings at Erroneous. Thankfully misses. Nomla. Sorry, I'm trying to get that pronunciation right at some point.
It's fine.
I am terrible at
You're trying.
pronunciation.
You're trying. That's all that matters.
All right, I'm gonna do.
I'll just call you Tabaxi.
Yes.
I like Tabaxi.
I'm gonna just do another attack on the Minotaur. Yeah, I fumble. Wow. That is my turn.
The blade nearly slips from your fingers, but at the last moment you grab it back and you just don't do any damage to the skeleton. Althea!
Althea, holding her little holy socks, casts healing word on almost dead dude again, because it's really freaking her out
Erroneous.
how much he's bleeding.
Rodius.
10 damage restored to you, Erroneous.
I feel bad
Erroneous
for
is-
showing favoritism, but
Antony, Bellward, what would you like to do?
Belward is going to, well, since nobody's listening about regrouping and gathering, in a better position, I'm just gonna continue swinging away.
you've got 2 people with you. It's just those other 3 lovely individuals.
Damn it.
Your action surge again, or is that it for now?
No, only one.
Yeah.
Alright. Minotaur now has a choice of targets.
Oh dear.
It swings at Braun.
I mean, unless it grits, it can't kill. It can't even hit me. I'm fine.
Yeah, it missed you. It would have downed you if it didn't.
Nah, it wouldn't, because I have false life.
Oh, cool. Excellent. Alright, Braun, it is your turn now.
I can't hit it in the face. I want to.
You ineffectually poke at it with your quarterstaff.
We should at least surround him
I mean,
next time.
I'll move over here if you feel better about it.
Well, I mean, do we get advantage if we surround him?
No, you don't have pack tactics, and this is 5th edition, not 3.5.
What? You get,
Flanking, he means.
yeah.
Yeah.
No flanking?
Oh, that's true. There is flanking. I forgot about flanking.
It's an optional rule. It's up to you.
Oh, that's right. I do allow flanking,
That's what I meant. I should have surrounded him.
which gives you.
I'm gonna be standing behind one of y'all. I'm not dying.
I mean,
Don't
I'm
worry.
fine for now. I
I
still
still
have,
need to question you about my mule.
I still have,
Erroneous!
Can't die.
Miss.
Your flail just ineffectually hits the ground. Dirt clods fly up. Minotaur skeleton aims for the cat person.
That is a miss.
Another skeleton pokes at Erroneous.
Erroneous just doesn't get a break.
Erroneous is being used as a pincushion right now. It's like great axes and swords poked into him and all sorts of stuff.
good thing he's a barbarian.
I think I'd be
And
like
the air-
3 times over.
An arrow comes flying out at the cat person.
Oh, Jesus.
Gosh, that skeleton's been hitting me every time.
Yeah.
Dude, your health is so low.
Chippy.
This another skeleton launches an arrow at Althea. The arrow just comes arcing out and slams into your shoulder.
Ow.
Another arrow launches itself towards Bron and clunks at his feet. He's got Mystic Enchantment. Fredrickson,
Alright.
you see that the Tabaxi is seriously wounded.
Damn it. Sorry.
So, Fredrickson's gonna go ahead. He's gonna aim for Skelly Green over here. Mentor
Alright.
Skeleton Green over here. And
Oh.
he's actually gonna move. Yeah. He's gonna use another spell slot to boost Magic Missile on Mentor Skeleton Green over there.
Alright. Ooh, 11 damage.
Also, don't forget you have a healing potion I gave you like 3 sessions ago. Like a light healing potion.
Other Minotaur skeleton swings its great axe at Erroneous. And it swings too far.
Can I try to grab it?
Yes! Grapple! Grapple check. Strength. Athletics.
Yeah.
You grab hold of the great axe as the Minotaur swings around, and you wrench it free. Let's see. Let me do a opposed grapple check. Yep, you wrench it free from its hands. The Minotaur skeleton is now unarmed.
Nice.
If it could look scared, it probably would.
And you now have a great axe in your hands.
Great.
Tabaxi.
Alright, out of desperation, she's gonna do another attack on this Minotaur right in front of her. Let's get that damage out. Oh, baby.
Oh, wow! This attack, with all of your rage behind you, just cleaves the skeleton in two. Apparently it was very brittle at the time, and now you've got sections of bones as littering the ground, along with a great axe.
Then I want a bonus action second one. 8 healing. Wow, I fucked up.
That's a bit too much.
Alright, do you allow like me to move after I do an attack or no?
Yes,
I still
you may
have
move.
Okay. So
And movement can come anytime. I'm not restricting movement to first move an attack. If you can still move after an attack, you can.
Gotcha. Well, she's angry at the skeleton who's been sniping her the whole time. So she's gonna run over here, action surge, and iron greatsword again.
Isn't action surge a bonus action?
Action surge is free.
It's a
Oh,
free
okay,
action.
it's a free action. All right,
But you only get one, unfortunately.
and you destroy that skeleton. You just kind of smash it into bone dust and a bow, which now lies in the piles of bones and dust. Althea.
As much as Althea wishes she could heal the cat thing. She cannot because of distance, so she instead heals the dude going against the Minotaurs.
Barbarian heals. Excellent. 8 healing done to you, Erroneous. Bellward.
Belward. Yeah. Kill that Minotaur.
Ooh, 10 damage. Seems to be taking a lot of hits now. It's looking pretty ragged.
So, hopefully we're at... He's surrounded enough, I hope, right?
Yep, and it's now poking, trying to swing its axe back at you. 13. Rough. A lot of hits.
I see him off in the
Oh,
distance,
dear.
guys. I see him. It's Bartholomew. He's calling to me.
He's
Bartholomew was eaten by some forest monster, okay.
I must go towards the light and save him.
Don't listen to the news, he's only talking shit.
You don't know him like I do.
Deer has told me a lot.
Nothing is more true than the love between a man and his mule.
Run!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, you
that's
missed.
how you get Asinine Centaur.
Erroneous.
Can I throw the axe behind me and pick up my flail again?
Sure.
And
How far are you gonna throw it, dude?
at this tree.
Oh, thank God.
Can I do
He's
a
kind
tap
of
against-
he's
can I
kind
do
of
a
sliding.
tap against the tree?
Well, it's not really. There's not really a tree there. This is just a random battle map. It's more like a bush.
Okay. I was
Throw
gonna
it at
see
the
if I could
bush.
stick it
Beat
in
the
there.
hell out of the bush.
That would be an attack action. You probably don't want to do that right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, 16 damage under the skeleton.
Why didn't you throw the axe at the skeleton?
Because I'm not trying to attack it, and I don't want it to have an axe back.
Skeleton,
sure.
the other skeleton there pokes you with its sword. And misses.
Can I do it again?
Yes, you may. Have to grab its sword as it turns. Oh God!
Yep,
Yeah,
so
he grabs the sword,
Oh God!
pokes him in the ass with the sword, he grabs with his ass cheek.
The skeleton is now swordless. Other
Dude, I kind
skeleton.
of feel bad for the skeletons now.
They're skeletons.
Ironious.
Skeleton launches an arrow at Bron. Misses.
Clench your cheeks.
Next skeleton launches an arrow at Antonio. Misses.
Oh no. Oh, thank God.
Fredrickson!
Cast my second wind.
I'm gonna.
I'd ask that you don't pass wind.
Second wind, and would have healed me up a little.
I'm going firebolt for red. Pew.
What, red?
Finger gun firebolt.
It looks even more charred now. Minotaur skeleton seems a bit confused without its blade and takes a step back, provoking an attack of opportunity, Erroneous. Which you miss. It then charges forward with its horns for a gore attack against you.
Ooh.
And now it's Tabaxi's turn.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna
Ironious.
use feline agility to get the extra movement speed and run around to the back of this minotaur.
Alright.
Then I'm gonna attack with my iron greatsword, and does that even hit? Probably not.
Flanking gives advantage, doesn't it?
Yes.
So, yes, it does actually hit.
Okay, nice. And that's my turn.
Yeah, a giant skeleton has low AC. Althea.
Althea,
Yeah.
feeling truly passionate about her healing spells today, decides to heal the dude that's protecting her.
Ah, 11. Just waving a magic sock in front of him, huh?
Yep. The sock on the string, truly.
And then we have the Lord.
All right. So, hopefully, I finish this guy off with my sword. No.
Nope.
Damn it. Why won't you die?
If the miniature skeleton thinks, it's probably thinking the same thing. And it swings its axe at you, Antonio.
Oof. Actually, I keep forgetting to cast my damn... whatever. I'm unconscious.
You slump to the ground. Blood pouring down from the wounds that you've received.
I take a knee, guys. I don't slump to the ground.
Well, you're still unconscious either way. Bron.
Coming, Bartholomew.
Standing there like King Arthur when he puts the sword in the stone, you know?
I look
get
at
that.
Tia to see if she can help him. If she can, you know.
She might be
Next
able
round.
to.
Alright, then I'll.
I'll poke him with the sock.
Yeah. Then I
Here, dude, put these on. You'll heal faster.
will.
Loving it.
Then I will try to finish off the skeleton.
Nice. That actually hits, and it's because it's bludgeoning, it gets double damage, and the skeleton collapses. Its axe laying on top of its bones.
I will
Yeah,
move.
magic high five.
Bron's still gotta move. Alright, go ahead.
I'm gonna move into this space.
Alright, Erroneous, what do you got?
Flail time on big guy.
Alright. 18 damage done. Looking pretty wounded. It's missing most of its ribs now. Other skeleton is missing its short sword. Let's see. That is, it's going to attack with its hands, so that's a roll. And that's a miss. It's kind of feebly clawing at you with its hands. Other skeleton takes a step back. You get attack of opportunity, Bron. And it collapses into dust as you destroy it for taking a step back. Other skeleton also takes a step back. I think you don't get an attack of opportunity on that one, do you?
No, I only have one reaction. So.
Alright. It then launches an arrow right at you. And misses. Fredrickson!
Fredrickson is going to right up next to Antonio. He's going to both his hands kind of like pry open his mouth and dump this healing potion down his throat and then slap him to wake him up.
Roll the healing potion then.
Althea watches in amazement as the tiny man slaps the much larger man awake.
It was
2d4, I believe.
2d4 plus 4. 2d4
12.
plus 4.
Wait, how much?
2d4 plus 4.
Alright. I got it.
That works. Yeah, that works. At work, that slap worked.
I wake up and I'm like, get behind me, I got you, you know.
After he wakes up, Fredrickson slaps him again. Wake up, damn it! Oh, sorry.
Minotaur skeleton. Anomia and Erroneous. You get attacks of opportunity against the Minotaur skeleton. Roll them now, please. Alright, that's... Okay. As the Minotaur skeleton attempts to break away to charge at Alethea, Erroneous, you swing your flail around and just basically smash it to bits. thereby protecting Alithia from getting gored. Tabaxi!
Friend.
You're down to
Alright.
2 skeletons on the board. One unarmed, one with just a short bow.
Well, since I was looking at the Minotaur, I'm gonna assume I'm just gonna go after the first one I see. So I'm
Alright.
gonna put him on the running and attack. 11 slash,
Alright.
and that is my turn.
Badly damaged. Many ribs are off. Or the an arm that it wasn't using before is off. In fact, it doesn't have anything in its hands because its blade is gone. But still, it's looking like it's about to collapse. Althea!
Would there be any way I can shoot past the 2 and hit the skeleton with my crossbow?
You'd be firing at disadvantage because you'd be firing into cover.
Your cantrip comes from the sky.
Move
Sacred
around.
flame.
Sacred flame. Yeah. Or you could move around. Any of those
to the right.
would work. To the left.
Too many options.
To the left. And step to the right. Oops.
No. Stop it.
Sorry, I started singing Time Warp.
Not you. You're fine.
Couldn't help it. I just it triggered. So what do you wish to do, Alethea? Any cast
Kathy
a
wants to
spell?
heal Antonio again.
Alright.
I'm fine. Don't worry.
Actually, it's cat chicken range, because I'm actually kind of worried. I guess I'll heal Cat Lady.
Nice. 11 hit points restored to the Tabaxi. And now it's Bellward's turn. And the person on Twitch says hello.
Person on Twitch.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Ugh. Stumble forward, guys. Out of my way.
He's like, God damn it! I just got slapped by a gnome and I can't find my mule.
Far as
Yeah, that actually sums it up for his character.
Then I crossbow him. And my crossbow doesn't play. Damn it.
And the arrow just kind of lodges itself into the skull and it drops dead. Well, it's already dead, but you know, it just kind of collapses to the ground. You did it, Antonio, you did it! Bron! It's all on you, man.
I just look at the skeleton and cast Sacred Flame.
The skeleton looks back, unhurt.
You have not had any luck with the.
Erroneous.
I've only used it one. Oh no, I've used it.
You'd come up here slowly on.
I used it for you over last week, Bron.
Oh yeah.
That's as far as I could get.
Okay.
Good to know. Worst I haven't been hit, which is great.
Dead. Skeleton. That skeleton turns and fires an arrow at Erroneous. And misses. Fredrickson!
He's feeling ballsy. He's gonna run up to the skeleton. And beat him with his quarterstaff.
Beating him with a stick! And that actually works! You come rushing up, probably a little bit going, "Wah!" And somehow you manage to swipe the skeleton's skull right off. The skull goes spitting out and just smashes into a rock. And the body collapses.
And they all thought I just blew shit up.
Bran is clapping his hands
Damn it.
in appreciation of what the Fredrickson just did.
It's just not working.
Fredrickson's so proud of himself right now.
Alright, guys, one last try. Damn it. Alright, I give up.
Let's go. At what XP level are we? Because I don't know if it's
Oh, is it
got
high five
changed
time?
last week.
It's totally high five.
I think I added your XP
Ooh,
last
high
week.
five.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Alright.
So everybody just gained 260 more.
So we should be at 868, I want to say.
I have
I have
990.
90.
99, which means level 3, I think. I'm not sure.
Yep.
Might be 120. Uh,
Yay.
Woohoo!
Are you keeping everybody like
Dun, 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 dun. Go ahead. What were you saying?
sorry, is everybody's XP like synced, even us two newcomers, or
Yeah, let's wake everybody up to level 3. That'll just work out better.
Yay.
Well fought, Bellward. You stood against them.
Of course I did.
As the wreckage clears, there's piles of bones and several bodies of people that but there's two folks that are relatively unhurt now because you've been healing them and
In 15 seconds, Ironies
Frederickson's
just
searching-
collapses.
Frederickson's searching the
Damn
what's
it.
left
Alright, I give up.
of everything. See what he can find.
yeah. Altogether, there are 3 great axes, a short sword, and 3 short bows. Ironius, I think, still has the short sword.
I do.
Grabbed it, but he tossed off the great sword already.
do you guys want some extra healing? Because I can do that without using spell slots.
I forgot to do
Ironius is now sleeping.
He's fine.
Frederickson's gonna sit on Erroneous' back.
Althea, I forgot to put on your divine whatever healing. Clerics have like a divine thing that they can heal with. I can't remember what it was called.
I don't know. I don't
I'll
have
look it
that.
up. Don't worry about it.
Fred.
So from the
I mean,
perspective,
I'm not a cleric, so it's not needed.
so from the perspective of the tiefling and
Channel
the
divinity.
tabaxi, you were traveling from one of the small towns through the countryside along one of the southern roads when your carriage was suddenly attacked by that horde of skeletons. You saw the driver killed. You saw the horses slaughtered. You managed to get out with a couple of other commoners, ran down here where you ran into a group of armed individuals, and the people you had been riding with are now dead. You're alive, and these people have contributed to your safety.
okay? I would look around at everybody, and especially Aranius, since me and him were next to each other the whole fight, essentially. Like, you
He's
guys have been.
Avarius is
Sorry?
now currently slumped to the ground, unconscious.
Rage ran out. No
Just
more
go poke
energy.
him.
That's okay. You can do that.
Like, you guys are quite capable. I am pretty impressed. I'm sorry that um I'm sorry that I wasn't that useful during that fight, but I appreciate your assistance.
That's okay. I'm not really that useful either until today.
Althea's just kind of in the corner, clutching her socks and like reciting any prayer she's ever heard to her god because she's so freaked out about this.
So you're reciting Haynes commercials.
Yes.
Frederickson's gonna pick up the short sword that Erroneous picked up and just kind of hold on to it. And then he's gonna go over here and stare at the cat lady.
Which part of the cat lady?
Well, he has to look up pretty high, so
Yeah, he's a short gnome.
I'm 3
Oh.
feet tall.
I would gaze at him and say, is something wrong?
No, just never seen a tabaxi. I've heard stories, but that's all they are.
Yes, my people are not common around these parts, as I'm sure all of you are aware.
That's okay. I'm not common around these parts either.
What is your character, by the way? Is it like a rock?
He's
He's a rock clone.
Rock.
He's gonna go back on Ed.
That's it.
yeah, he has a
Ted as
tamed
well.
deer.
Yeah, there's Fred, Ted, and Ed, and then Ted pops out of nowhere.
Oh gosh.
A little pseudo dragon.
Ted. And then I'm gonna go over here and have the deer lick the tiefling.
Oh, come on, man.
Yes, there's now a deer licking you, the tiefling.
Alfie's kind of stunned. She stopped reciting all of her prayers and she just kind of looks at the deer.
There's a gnome sitting on its back, and a pseudo dragon sitting on his hat.
Like, look, before everybody gets distracted, guys, have you seen a mule?
Bartholomew.
Alfie kind of looks between Antonio and this weird deer gnome thing that's touching her, and honest to God doesn't know what to do. What has she done to deserve this? She's just can't imagine.
You're now bad brothers in arms. There we go. It's finally working.
While all
Brothers
this
in arms.
is happening, Frederickson's scribbling in his notebook, in his little pocket notebook.
Don't mind them. They're just, eccentric, I guess you could say. They're good people, as far as I know. Nice to meet you. I'm Bram.
I'm
It's a pleasure.
Frederickson. Some people call me Mad.
That
Hey,
would be
those
accurate.
Those people were also around when I blew up a couple laboratories, but details.
After this, she kind of just pushes the deer away, kind of gently, because she's a little scared of the tiny man now.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you all. My name's Anama. What exactly were you guys doing out here, if you don't mind me asking?
We were hired by the kingdom to find out what's been causing a lot of trouble here because we work with the railroad company that's building, a railroad, and there's been this skeleton problem, and we're trying to find something. We kind of have a deadline here.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Trying to solve
troublesome.
the skelly problem.
I mean, you saw we have a skeleton problem here, pretty big one.
Skeletons have an erroneous problem.
Erroneous, aren't you asleep?
Come back to sleep, Ironius.
He talks in his sleep.
Very responsibly.
He responds to things sometimes. Dumb person. Amazingly smart while he sleeps.
No, it only appears that he's responding. He's actually saying these things at random. It just comes out like a response because people have ironic timing.
So what are you guys doing or planning on doing?
As far as me, I was actually on a trip back home, but considering our carriage found some difficulties, I'm not opposed to staying around and taking care of this issue.
I just caught a ride to, go places. And now everyone I know recently is now deceased, and you guys are totally okay with everything.
Well, we've been through.
This isn't a normal reaction. You guys know this isn't normal, right?
I mean,
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
it's what,
But
the
then
third
again,
time?
this guy here that Frederickson's sitting on, points to Irony, he works in an office trying to fill out paperwork. Does he look like the kind of person that would do paperwork? No, I have to do it for him. Because he can't figure out what an A looks like.
I've been around a lot of battle, so as sad, tragic as this is, it's not new to me.
Alfie, up until this point, has been in temples and sort of libraries. She has never before witnessed this sort of conflict and is scared out of her mind.
You did well, young lady. Don't be frightened.
Yeah, you said
Fredrickson hops off
some
the
laughs
bed, goes
today.
over and pats her on the back.
The gnome is still touching you.
Mildly scared of the gnome, she just kind of accepts the touching, but she's very, very uncomfortable.
It's okay. You're not the only person that's afraid of me. A lot of people at home are afraid of me. You know, I've blown up several things.
As he continues talking about this, she kind of moves like towards Antonio, kind of flinching.
It's all right.
He's just very eccentric. He
Don't
doesn't
worry.
do. He hasn't.
We cleaned the blood off of everybody.
Alright. Night is falling, you guys. What would you like to do?
We should probably get some rest.
Yeah. Does Ironius and Antonio need? I mean, you can use the dice, so you're fine, probably.
We have time for a long rest now, so it'll be good for all that.
I'll get my
Right.
spell slots back.
So with extra people in your party, you get to decide on sleep order, on who's on watch and everything.
Leave Bran Wizard, blank, me. So we need someone on third watch, and then whoever wants to get others.
Do third watch.
I don't think you need to specifically assign watches, guys.
Yeah, it's sometimes
you just
useful for
assume everybody stands
perception.
watch.
So, and my dice roll, like I dice roll, see what's around, if anything, and then look at perception of the person on watch to see if they notice something. So that's kind of how I work on doing this sort of campaign. All right. The night is uneventful. It's now the next day. The dawn is breaking. Birds are chirping. And it has now been 20 days since you started your quest.
Shit.
Hello, friends. Welcome.
I see
Oh my
you're
goodness.
up and raring to go.
Is that Bartholomew finally over the horizon?
Let's do a perception check.
For what? For what?
See if it's Bartholomew off in the distance.
Of course it is. So I can stop worrying about him.
Wish
He's
my
just the
nose
pack
wasn't
mule
so
that
itchy.
carries the bags.
So you lost the mule and your bags.
Oh, I work on a farm up to the north here. Right over here. And my mule wandered off into the woods, and I've been looking for him. Then I got caught up with these guys.
And he is so gracious as to assist us in our and guide us in our quest.
Ah.
We don't know shit about this place, and he knows way more than we do.
I have never been this far south, but yes, I know more than they do.
So, Antonio, though you've never been there, and the other two that just joined your party know that there is a town a few days' walk to the east of you, if you follow the road. That's basically the major highlights of things you would know in the area. There's pretty much just a lot of open field, maybe a village here or there, heading on south, but less known people and more orcs. And the further south you get, you might run into ogres or even a hill giant in the open area away from the roads.
One of my supervisors was a hill giant. God, he was a huge ass.
Oh, Antonio must have known him then.
What?
Oh, you
My
seem to be
goodness.
very familiar with asses.
Oh, I get you there. Har har.
Oh, damn it.
So, what way are we traveling? Nice.
I would assume we're continuing south.
I mean, they might
Find
know.
this cave.
Yeah, but we have no idea where the cave is, so we might be stuck looking for days. Wouldn't it be more profitable to go to the city and find out if they know anything about troubles, problems that's been going on, and maybe someone knows about the cave?
Yeah, we probably
I mean, we should.
might take a little bit more time, but the information we have, the better off we'll be.
Yeah. Everybody okay with going east then? To the city?
How far east is it?
The nearest town to the east is several days walking travel, unless of course you find another carriage to pick you up.
Now is that
You also know that several days walking travel to the west is the crossroads, which probably have things like stables and inns and things like that. At least your two newest traveling companions are aware that there is such a thing over there. They also know that there's inns and stables and possibly places to buy horses over here in the east.
yeah.
And I believe that's where they were traveling from originally, heading west along this road, since there's no road north, south, east, or west from the only a road to the west from that particular town.
Now is it directly east from us? Of us?
Along the road it is.
Okay. Well, I guess that's our best choice. So that way we can get somewhere somewhat safe and gather information. Onward. You guys can join us if you want. I don't know what you're planning, but you can have fun with us. He gives 2 thumbs up and a smile. Not like a normal smile, but like an insane smile.
Althea is again very, very afraid, but she takes him up on the offer to go exploring with the crew.
You guys seem like a interesting bunch. I enjoyed fighting, so it seems like we'll have a lot of fun.
Of course.
So whoever has the reins on the token, you can move it.
Bloop.
All right, so you're heading west along the road then.
Are we heading east or west? Are we heading towards the crossroad or the town?
I mean, I was thinking down because we could get information there, but if you want to go to Crossroad, that's fine.
I'm gonna go really quick. Bring me up to speed when I get back, which will only take 1 second. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No problem.
By the way, a quick question now. Did you want us to just wait till after session to level?
No, you leveled during a long rest, so you basically were leveled just now.
Okay, gotcha.
So at the very least, roll for more hit points.
Hit die, okay. Yeah, I already have Garrison ready. I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page there.
All right.
I'm taking the average. These are not fun dice.
Yeah, you basically have the choice between taking average or rolling a dice. You can't take back after.
I also, it looks like you get 11 hit points every level if I take average.
Oh, what back should I pick? Anybody a good citizen? Picking chain.
So
Hey!
if you want more information on directions here, you can always roll a knowledge check. I'll give you more in-depth information as to which direction it has which.
Well, we know there's something off to the east.
Yes.
Shall we just head east, guys?
Then east.
This forest or whatever. Do we have to travel every day per square, or can we just like sum up?
Every day for square, assuming that you don't until you get a ride. But I can, if you want, just do a couple dice rolls and move you if you are all agreed on that.
I'm
I'm
good.
fine with that.
Whatever works.
Would
So-
like to find Bartholomew though.
So you're heading for this town, is what you're saying.
That is correct.
Alright, so let me count how many days. It'll take you 6 days to get there.
Alrighty.
We're gonna be pushing our time limit, guys.
Yeah.
There's a time limit?
Yeah, we have 20 days to finish this.
What happens if you don't?
We become rogues.
I mean, we
Alright.
just 20 days. It'll take you that long to travel back to freaking.
No, they've got sending stones to send back
Okay,
information.
I gotcha.
Can you whisper? On the roll 20.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either.
Why are we whispering?
Hashtag. Sorry, it's backslash. It's slash W.
And their name.
Versus.
Did that work?
Yeah. Yep.
Can everybody read that?
I see nothing.
I
I
don't
see
have
nothing
anything.
as well.
I don't say anything either.
So yeah, backslash whisper name.
Cool. That worked.
Backslash
Thanks.
W.
5 days have gone by.
Can
And
we
finally,
just skip the resting?
yeah, I've been calculating your days, making rolls to see if you encounter anything more interesting than what you've seen. So reduce your rations by 5 days.
Can I do any survival checks to see if I can find things?
Yes. You found enough rations for the entire party on 1 day. You found rations for 2 people for 1 day. Rations for 2 people for a second day. Rations just for you. Rations for 2 people.
So everyone want twice and me for the rest?
Yes.
Well, in my little bag I get for being a cleric, I've got 2 days of rations.
I'll give you one.
I'll give you another.
Yeah, I think Erroneous has
Well-
been helping you out with those survival checks. So eventually you make it to the small town of Woodrest. Ay. It's mostly a logging community. They don't even have any room. They don't even have any room over here for farming. They basically rely on importing. Oops. Hold on. Importing farm, various meats and various farm goods and exporting woodcrafts, leathers, other things gathered or processed in the forest. So you mostly see things like humans and half elves and half elves kind of gathered around inside this community. It's like half built into the bottoms of the trees instead of up in the canopy. So you see houses spread between various tree the bottoms of the trees using the trunks as kind of like posts and whatnot. The road's mostly dirt here. There's evidence that there was a festival recently, which I believe the Tabaxi and the Tiefling were both at, celebrating the beginning of the summer. Lots of vibrant flowers brought down from higher branches. Some neat architecture here, and of course there's the stables where like horses and carriages are kind of set up. What would you guys like to do?
Did we carry all that crap that we found, the great axe and such?
Up to you.
I'm carrying the Orcish great axe. I haven't carried any of the other Minotaur great axes.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say we could sell those. Because we're kind of low. But Fredrickson's gonna go, he's gonna go look for armor. He's gonna ride his deer to the armor shop.
The armor shop appears to sell mainly leather armor. Since this is, out in the woods, you won't find any metal-related armor. So that would actually be good for you since you're a spellcaster.
Yep. So him and Ed are gonna walk into the shop.
There is an elven proprietor. A man from the looks of things, although it's sometimes hard to tell with elves. Hello, can I help you?
Yeah. How much for leather armor?
He quotes you the standard price from the, the player's hand guide.
Okay, give me a sec.
Did you ride the deer in there?
Yes.
He kind of looks down at the deer and says, "You do realize the leather is made from deer hide, yes?"
Oh.
Don't tell him that. He didn't mean it, Ed. He didn't mean it. Oh, that's not. I really need to leave. There we go. Does he have okay, yeah. I'll take some leather armor and I'll pay him the 10 gold.
He takes your money and, brings you a nice set of leather armor sized for, a gnome or a halfling.
Sweet. Do you know where I can get a saddle for this kind gentleman? As I said, Ed.
You might want to inquire at the stables.
Okay. He does that thing where he whips Ed's reins, he rears up and runs out the shop.
Meanwhile, while the gnome is off buying things, what are the rest of you doing? Bran, what are you doing?
I'm just riding in this black dome I suddenly have.
Before.
What?
I'm just riding in the black dome. I took back to the dome, so I'm just getting that done.
Alright, I'll let you outside.
Ironius? Because I couldn't understand a word Bran said.
He's riding in his black tome. He's got a new thing.
Ah, okay.
I would probably be trying to converse with the two new people and become good friends.
Oh.
Yes, the half-orc is very gregarious.
Altheia's kind of just walked off. Not that she's trying to ignore the lovely barbarian. She's kind of talking to anybody that passes by her about this cave her group is looking for.
Caves. Let's see.
Isn't that what we're doing?
Let's check the rulers.
Yes, we were looking for some cave off to the south.
Okay, great.
I think.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm lost without Bartholomew.
Enter with me, friend.
Althea kind of quietly is convinced that Bartholomew has never existed and it's just a figment of Antonio's imagination.
The passersby kind of look at you and say, "Well, we haven't found any caves in the forest." One of the elves who
Mountains.
passed by says, "Well, why would we know anything about the mountains? The mountains are many miles away. If you want to talk to anybody about the mountains, you should go down to Bottom Town."
Alfie's
way to
kind of
bottom
disgruntled returns to Erroneous.
Friend!
Hey, dude.
Oh, what is wrong? You have long face.
How sure are you that this cave you're looking for is real?
Fred has no. I found in thing made of material. What you call book.
She just kind of nods, like, not really believing him, but trying to amuse him.
Wise decision. You hear a voice in your head. Alright. What did I miss?
Nothing much. They're just looking at rumors. Antonio, what are you doing?
I have to talk to Althea about saying some prayers to help me find my lost friend.
Okay.
I'm
And
right here.
Listen,
then
you can it's not, is it patrician? It's not patrician, is it? It's petition. There we go. Petition your gods to help me.
Oh dear.
How will I ever make it through the day? And he looks all disheveled. As you guys are traveling, he's dirtier than everybody else.
Alfie still kind of doesn't believe this mule of his is not real. But following her morals, she kind of hands him a little paper full of her old prayers that she used to recite to herself and promises that she'll keep Bartholomew in mind.
Right?
Even though he's fake, you know? Gotta be. Haven't seen a mule anywhere.
She's like, what's a mule?
the androgynous offspring of a donkey and a horse. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's what her tiefling character's thinking. She's like, what's a mule?
Yeah, I know.
I've never heard of this mule before.
Praying for my lost mule.
Well, you know when a mommy and a daddy love each other? A donkey.
I'm just waiting until we meet a person named Bartholomew.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Antonio's sitting there like, the gods did hear my prayers! The mule's a man!
Nomla, what about you?
I would, of course, be talking to Erroneous, and I would give him like a playful punch on the arm, like, "Whoa, you're strong!" And
He would not move at all. He's built like a house.
I'd be like, "You're amazing in that fight back there. I can't wait to fight more."
Of course. Nothing can stand against us.
And again, the poor tiefling watches, mildly frightened of this crew. And how easily they're willing to fight people.
We don't actually
A bunch of
fight a whole lot.
skeletons? What were we supposed to do?
Well, she doesn't know that. She's only known you guys for 6 days.
You've probably heard stories
True.
from them at this point. Like, you know, you're probably talking along the way.
Ferguson talks a lot. He's probably mentioned all the times he's blown up laboratories on several occasions.
So, again, she's very scared.
She's probably even more scared when I bunted that damn skeleton head.
So currently it is the 11th of Divine.
So nobody here in town knows anything about a cave.
No. They said that the only thing that they suggest is that if you're looking for caves, that you should go all the way down to Bottom Town, because they're the ones closest to the mountains.
Can we get a fast? How do we get there quickly?
Horses.
Well, they mentioned something about how it's been reported that the carriage that used to run between here and a couple of the other towns around the crossroads has been destroyed, which of course several of you know because you were on it. But you might be able to purchase horses or perhaps even buy a carriage of your own if you have the funds.
I don't think we do.
No, we don't.
What do you have to sell?
What if we pool it? How many would... We've been on a caravan. We've had, kind of civilian lives, so we've got to have something on us.
Yeah.
And then...
You would start with...
you gotta have rated something.
You guys would be starting with second level gold.
I'm a retired soldier, damn it. I don't have any money.
Yeah. Because you spent all your money on buying the farm.
With money!
Well, no, see, he spent his money on the farm and the mule, so...
Yeah.
That's where his money went. He has a homestead.
Bartholomew is not dead. Take it back, you.
There's a ton of things left behind. I wasn't told to pick up anything.
I have two letters to sell. 2 pieces of leather. I'll try to sell those. And I also want to ask around if there's anything strange going on here.
We not have
or if they know.
Well, we've heard rumors about the undead more to the west of here than here. They don't seem to come up into the woods and this past the river. That's pretty much what you hear.
There's a river.
Just the rumors of the attacks around Bottom Town and a couple of the other midpoints and a couple of the other towns to the west of here. But we're pretty isolated here in the woods.
Should we move towards Bottom Town, not on road, just south and west? Go direct.
Alright, if you want to buy a cart, not a carriage, it's a cart which is open air but could probably fit, a couple people. It's 15 gold, but you would only need 1 draft horse for that, which would be 50 gold.
Oh, I've got that.
If you want a wagon, which would actually much easier fit you, it's only 35 gold. So I would suggest either a wagon or a carriage. Carriage is 100 gold though, but a wagon you could probably afford. You could probably afford, a draft horse or 2, and have enough to carry that around. Since none of you are big. The biggest person in your group is Aronius, and he's
not absolutely massive.
He's not a minotaur, and he's not a firebug, and he's not an ogre. Those are other possibilities. Those,
hey, his cousin's an ogre.
Oh my god.
So I have enough money.
He's part ogre,
I've got enough to buy a cart and a horse.
Alright.
Good for you, I only have 1 gold.
Alfie kind of just offers to sell off what she has on her, which is probably just the mace and the little priest pack she has.
Which should be able to get you enough to upgrade it to a wagon, which would definitely fit all of you.
Alright, so let me just subtract how much gold? Like 60?
I have
50 for the... Okay, let me write this up. My spelling is getting horrible at the moment.
That looks pretty good to me. That's a friend of mine who spells shit wrong on purpose. Pissed me off.
And it costs... let's see...
Alright, so 85? Yeah. If we start at level 2 wealth, I have 20.
Basically, you'll be able to carry the horse feed that you'll need for your trip on the wagon. You probably wouldn't be able to carry it on the cart along with the people.
I end up paying way too much for this stuff, guys, because I'm too distraught to haggle.
I have a great axe I found on the work.
Basically, my ruling is that if you guys can spend 100 gold, you'll be able to get everything outfitted. A properly trained person to steer the wagon will go with you and basically help transport you. You'll be still open to the elements, unlike a carriage, which is a nice soft ride. But
Not
you
a
will at
covered
least.
wagon. It's all right.
I think that's what a carriage is in these things. But
Fredrickson can afford the wagon. He has 35 gold on him current.
And then I've sold off my things. A couple of my things.
Um,
Don't sell your weapons. You need those.
don't. I
I've
have
got the
great.
crossbow and spells. I don't need the mace.
I dropped like a huge great axe. Boom.
Oh.
Here.
and remember, when selling, it's half the purchase cost. So a great axe would sell for 25 gold.
God, economy is so broken in D&D. 25 gold.
And just we've left like 4.
25 gold is like several days of an aristocrat's lifestyle expense. That's actually pretty good.
Alright, guys.
Do you think if we use charisma, we could try to get Selt for a bit more?
I mean,
You
I
can try
give
that.
it a shot.
Who would like to try a
I've
charisma
got
for haggling?
12, if that's...
Hang on, are you guys at the weapon shop?
We're at
Yes.
the
Where
carriage
are
shop.
you?
We're
Okay.
just, you know,
Well,
in
they're
the-
trying.
in the market.
They're trying to
Say that.
sell stuff so that they can buy a wagon and somebody to steer the horse and whatnot. Yeah. So they don't have to.
It's actually my next destination is the weapon shop.
Alright, so, Erroneous, I don't imagine you have a high charisma, do you?
10. I'm just really dumb.
Fredrickson's proficient in persuasion, but not as proficient as fucking Bran.
Yeah, unfortunately, Bran didn't get any haggling done. It's like, nah, they're still negotiating on the price, and to say, nope, we'll just give you this many gold we already spoke of, 25 gold. Not a copper piece more.
Bye, Axe.
Alright, so how much do we have between the giant axe, my stuff, and whatever someone else sold, which I already forgot?
So you said you're selling a mace?
A mace and a priest bag, which has, like, incense and priesty things in it.
Alright, a mace is
That's
like
for,
2
ritual
gold,
casting.
and priest bag. It doesn't appear to be on the list unless I'm looking in the wrong
Just
spot.
make up a number.
Probably gonna
And
go
gold.
with probably the same price as any of these other bags or packs.
I call hacks.
Like it's probably 10 gold. Sounds about right. So that's like 37 gold that you guys have sold.
If needed, I'll also sell 2 daggers and
You get 1 gold each for your daggers.
2 pieces of leather and like
Yeah,
5
we don't.
pieces of fur.
I think you're only gonna get silver for that, if that.
I have the cultist circle thing, but I don't think we should sell that. Would a letter from the guild help with prices?
I
From
don't
the
think anyone's gonna buy your letter.
No, I mean a letter from the merchant guild.
No, I don't think you're gonna get anything from that. Yeah, and you get basically get offered a couple silver for your leather and fur.
I'll keep it if someone wants to upgrade their armor. I'll figure it out.
So, what would you guys like to do?
I guess we're gonna head off to the west.
Uh,
I I still need to head to the weapon shop.
All right, what would you like to get at the weapon shop?
I'm going to try and convince this guy that this short sword that I have is worth way more than it actually is.
All right, roll a persuasion.
Oh.
Like, look,
You
I go,
get
look at this short sword.
the person at the person at the thing says, "Well, okay, how about I offer you 8 gold for that short sword?"
Deal.
He hands over 8 gold to you.
Yay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and locate my crew. And I'm doing all of this from
And
the back
the
of
saddle, by the way, because it would be a 10 gold for saddle.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Ed and I have bonded over that time period.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go find the rest of the crew. Hello guys, I'm back. I managed to convince this guy the short sword that we found was worth 8 gold. So now I have 43 gold.
I bought a horse and cart, guys. Hopefully we can speed our way along the road.
Cool.
Horse and cart or horse and wagon?
Whichever was the larger one.
Wagon.
Yeah.
By the way, how much gold is considered second level gold, by the way? Like
140.
140, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, I totally forgot. While I'm at the weapon shop, I also want to get information in regards to where this cave might be. Since I don't know any of the information that everybody else has gathered.
And the person at the weapon shop makes a face and goes, "I don't know of any cave. We're just in the woods out here. Maybe there's something deeper in the woods, goblin cave or something. But, they haven't really bothered us in a while."
Okie dokie. We're looking for a cave south of here in the mountain range.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that. I never leave the forest.
Are there any dwarves living here?
No, you do see a couple, the woodsy type gnomes. And plenty of wood elves wandering about. But,
These gnomes probably wouldn't know any.
Yeah, you don't see any dwarves here. There are no dwarves here.
So we shall head south.
And with
Actually, I think we should head southwest.
And with the cart, you won't be able to take a cart off road. You'll have to be, at least in the woods. You won't be able to move anywhere else in the woods except on the road. On the grasslands, you'll be able to move, but you won't be able to move quickly with a cart. On a road, you can move twice as fast as walking with a cart. The wagon, sorry. With the wagon.
Yeah, we'll just do that then. Are we at midpoint or are we at this pink X?
You're down here.
Right. Right, huh?
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 12.
Before you go, I'd like to buy some rations.
Alright. Rations are standard priced here. Mostly meat and berries.
10 days by road to get to old bottom town.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that then.
This will give you another 8 or 9 days to uncover the truth and use the sending stones to alert the castle about it.
When we leave, Richardson's gonna climb up onto the horse's back, whisper in his ear, and tell her where to go.
You don't need to do that, friend. I can talk to them.
How about you guys stay off my horse?
Understood.
Jeez, we know where to go. Follow the road.
Yeah, Richardson likes talking to horses. Horses have good gossip, don't you know? Anywho,
Alright, does anybody need anything else?
So you've got your rations. You talked to some people. You sold some stuff. You bought leather armor. And you bought your horse and wagon. Anything else you would like to do here in town? Woodrust.
No.
Nothing?
As I'm hooking the horse up.
I
You guys-
can't imagine anything.
Oh, wait. I will ask if Jason, like someone, I will describe Jason and ask if someone looking like him has been here.
Jason's not here.
And nobody seems to recognize him, but one does suggest that sounds like a wizard. They're maybe even a necromancer. It sounds kind of dangerous.
Necromancer. Well, now I know what I'm doing with my quarterstaff. Yeah.
So do you want same as before? Just do random rolls and skip you along, or is there anything else you would like to do before we do that?
Nobody here saw my mule, huh?
Nope.
Running around town.
A mule.
They don't know nothing about no mule.
I want the huge arc to be, look, it's the mule, but it's secretly a god in disguise that despises you.
Yeah,
That's not an impossibility, but
Bartholomew is my friend and fellow farmer. Damn it.
the mule is behind everything.
The source of all evil.
Turns out the mule was the bad guy that got, like, transformed, and he's been living in, like, pure horror with Belward this entire time until he could reclaim his old body.
alright.
Oh, you know what? I can ask Garl, see if maybe he knows where it's at.
Yes, speak to the deer. Ask him if he knows.
No. The deer's Ed. Garl is the gnome god of trickery and wiles.
Oh.
So hang on. Let me ask him, see what he says.
Alright, we're just gonna hang out by the river while you talk to him.
Yeah, hang on, I gotta find it. Oh. Sweet. I forgot I was proficient in religion. Oh, mighty Garl. Where the fuck is his mule?
Seriously, this dude won't stop talking about it.
Oh, I have one friend in life, guys.
What? We're not friends.
I'm here, friend, whenever you need.
Oh.
It's a little
Garl
odd
says
that you're only friends in ass, but I'm not gonna judge too hard.
Hey, Belward, your mule went
A
home.
mule. What's that?
Your mule went home.
Went home, huh?
But is it his home or the evil villain's home? Ooh.
Yeah. Garl said he went back to your farm.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Swim up the river?
I mean,
Well, I
Is
think
there now?
I think Bartholomew can run the place for a little while we deal with
Sure
this
he
first.
the,
I
the,
appreciate your assistance.
another question is, can we really trust the god of trickery?
He's lawful good, so yeah.
The kobolds say no. The girl must be destroyed.
Bring on, you kobold motherfucker.
Yeah, that's why you keep blowing them up in your lap. But they're supposed to be your assistants, not victims.
They're just interns, they'll be fine.
No, they were blown up. But their clan doesn't mind.
Anyway. Wanna go back outside? Okay.
Let's see. As it's getting towards nighttime, you hear howling coming from the woods. What do you wish to do?
I think
I remember
Halfway-
Bartholomew used to love to howl at the moon. Let's go check it out.
do mules howl
Sorry,
at
I
moon?
missed that.
Oh wait, she's at the. I don't need to worry about the mule anymore. It's back at the farm.
Frederickson walks up to Ironius and licks him.
You're still kind of delirious about it.
The
Yeah.
Yes.
mule went home.
Okay.
Cool.
Quick note, Grace.
I didn't get to use
I
my,
believe
my,
be in
my
that
Hollywood
spot.
token.
That's a good one.
What happened? I had to go lift the dog.
It's weird that it looks so anime and that it's specifically a her.
Well, the
Howard, what you doing?
Mules kind of
Melbourne
are.
is unaware that the mule is a girl.
Well, see, mules are kind of
How
defaults.
aware?
You know, because they're sterile. The mules are kind of default female. But sorry, that's one of those facts that I learned when I was a kid, and it can't get out of my head. You hear howling coming from the woods. If you wish to do something, you may. You can also just continue on. It is falling nighttime now.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell Ed to stay put, and Frederickson's gonna go investigate.
So
Fred,
hey,
not
how long
alone.
we plan on playing tonight, guys?
How long do you guys
Is there
want
a
to play?
plan? Is there just a natural
I'm
ending point will come up?
forever.
Forever.
I can go for another 1.5 hour probably. Maybe
Yeah,
longer, but
because I know I'm not tired, and you know, it's one of those things that I put together a whole bunch of stuff like maps and you know encounters and quests. You went the complete opposite direction of where I put them.
Oh my god.
So it's like you know the GM's curse. It's like every time. Nope, I don't do that. I basically go with okay. I've got all this stuff, specific stuff planned here. Everything else is random dice rolls.
All right.
But I can drop hints. I'm allowed to say, okay, you can also make a roll of dice, you know, for advice, or you know, here's what you know in your knowledge, and I could use that to point you. But I'm not allowed to actually say, no, you need to go this way.
I think we
Because
should really
that's-
go west.
Yeah,
All right. So do we need to check out this howling, or can we just keep going?
you can keep going. I'm just saying is that's what the dice roll told me that there were wolves nearby.
isn't it
Frederickson's gonna go
kind
first.
of isn't it kind of our job there?
The wolves ate your mule, dude.
Yeah.
It's a little close to home, don't you think?
Shame.
I mean, you're only up the river.
I don't know if we're going to be friends there, Althea.
It's the current mile.
Have I found the wolves yet?
Althea just kind of back,
you haven't done
joking.
any perception rolls.
Okay, hang on a second.
Fred, not alone, please.
Well, then come with me, big guy.
Okay.
It's fun.
I'll,
Got
I'll,
boss.
I'll go
Althea
with
follows us too.
I don't see anything, but Ed does.
Wow. Okay.
What are you trying to persuade, Brian?
Oh, wrong. I'm trying to persuade wolves to be my friend.
You're nowhere near them, so all you know is you hear them off at a distance. Let's see.
With the wrong.
In terms of what is seen of them, there's a pack of wolves kind of darting this way and that after a deer in the woods. That if
Fred
they
alright, then?
Frederickson's gonna try and get their attention. He's gonna
How do you-
whistle really loudly.
all right, roll a performance check.
Okay. Hey, look, my first decent performance check since we've started this campaign.
The wolves stop suddenly in their tracks, losing sight of the deer, which bounds away. Their ears are perked up from the whistling noise.
And then I'm going to cast this.
Speak with animals. One on the front kind of barks or woofs off in your direction, which you understand to mean, why the fuck did you did you startle us and cause that thing our food to run away?
I have a question for you, if you don't mind answering.
Speak fast before we make you dinner.
Okay, we're looking for someone, and I explained to them what Jason. Have you by chance seen him recently?
Oh, all of you two legs look alike. What did he smell like?
Fredrickson describes his smell.
What's it smell like, huh? I'm not very immersed.
Books.
He's a weird gnome.
That is nothing. That is not even the
Madness
pale.
and gunpowder.
That is not even like the palest glimpse into a smell. Into a smell. Two legs.
All right. Well, sorry about interrupting. I forgot that. Anywho,
Are we gonna get attacked by wolves now?
No, they're severely irritated, but they are they're talking back to him and they haven't just gone after him.
so all you guys know is that Fredrickson is barking at these wolves.
Fred, are you okay?
Oh,
Did you hit your head?
No, not today. And
Okay.
then I'm gonna have Ted do another perception check. And Ted doesn't.
And the wolves are just kind of like dashing off into the distance now.
Well, I was trying to help them since I fucked up their. Yeah, I point them in the direction of another deer, if I can see one.
I mean,
You
you're
point them
sitting
in-
on one.
In the direction of
Come on,
bed.
Ted.
You point them in the direction of a mule.
But yeah, just to make it up to them, I point off in the direction where they'll find dinner.
They don't need your help finding dinner.
No, but I wanted to pay them back for me interrupting them. So Fredrickson's on all fours, barking, and then points in a direction. They run off.
And now you see just how weird that gnome you have in your party is.
Right. Let's continue.
Can you help him? He seems hurt.
Who do you mean? Listen.
Anyways, Fredrickson walks to camp.
Alright. You make camp. And sometime during the night before the dawn breaks, you hear voices whispering in the woods. Someone close by. Whoever's on, let's see, which watch would it be? Whoever's on fourth watch. Who's on fourth?
Ironius.
So, Ironius,
God.
you're hearing people whispering, about 100 feet away from you in the dark woods, right near the road.
Is anyone on fourth watch with me?
Ted, since he's a pseudo dragon, doesn't really have to sleep.
Ted, wake everyone.
He flies over to Fredrickson and wakes him up.
Ted
Oh.
And he
speaks
goes
English.
around.
Ted speaks in mind, and it
Yeah,
freaks
he
Ironius out.
communicates telepathically with me. So Ferguson goes over, starts poking people with his quarterstaff.
And I'm gonna go towards the woods.
Alright.
Towards the road.
Hey guys, the idiot is leaving. We should probably follow him.
Guess so.
Ah, that means we got to get dressed. Nobody sleeps in their armor.
I mean,
You look at Fredrickson, he's still wearing his leather armor that he bought.
All right.
Brand is just walking in his PJs.
Alfie's stubbornly still in her night clothes, not willing to get dressed to sleep.
Belward sleeps with a, like one of those sumo wrestler wraps and just boots.
So we're all naked in the woods.
Ironis is in just pants, but he's still armored.
You're armored with your muscles.
Grab up my shield and spear.
Dude, you stab him, you're stabbing a rock.
Well, that's what, because in our last
Okay,
campaign
that's
that we did
weird.
with Grizz, we did acid damage. She's like, your armor melted. I'm like, I don't have armor. My armor's my muscle.
That's weird. One of my tokens apparently vanished. I'm not sure what happened to it. Damn it.
Oh.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to use these guys. I had cultists and cult fanatics, but the cultists seem to have vanished.
Oh, fantastic. More cultists. God damn it.
People to interrogate.
So you catch a group of cultists, that have just kind of left the woods and are carefully making their way on to, well, seemingly carefully for them, making their way onto the road. And Erroneous, because you were on watch, you heard them and see them moving in the dark.
Can I stealth up to them?
Roll your stealth check.
Nice.
Oh yes, yes. You get all the way over here and hide behind a tree.
Brandon's just stumbling because he can't see shit.
I'm also gonna do a stealth check. I failed.
Which then alerts the cultists. As the gnome stumbles forth.
That's fine.
If you fail, they
Touch,
have to,
touch,
wait,
touch.
they have to perception.
Do I recognize one of these cultists?
No, this look like humans in robes. The cultists shout, go, ah! We've been spotted!
Hey man, if you have a guilty conscience, no, that's up to that's your problem. You just said that you just kind of outed yourself there, guys. I'm just saying. And as he's just saying, am I just right here?
Yeah,
Or
you
is that
stumbled out and fell there.
Okay. I'm too far away to do that. But I am gonna try and talk to them. Pretending I
Alright.
don't know what they're up to. And I'm gonna go, hey, how come you guys are out here in your pajamas?
Silence, gnome.
I just wonder why you're in your pajamas.
You have to roll, what is it, persuasion?
Okay. That's fine, I have a backup plan if this fails.
Oh dear.
A stealth half orc right by him?
That's also true. But I got a 15.
Alright, let's see, one guy kind of takes a step forward towards you and says, "What business is this of yours, gnome?
I'm a gnome. I'm naturally curious.
You're here at night
Naturally delicious.
threatening us, huh?
I didn't threaten you. I'm asking you why you're in your damn pajamas.
These aren't pajamas, they're robes."
I'm
Why are
gonna
you wearing
step
robes in
forward,
the middle of
guys. Just a bit. Continue.
Why are you in your robes in the middle of the night? Seriously, you should be in bed like normal fucking people.
I
We have-
was certain.
We have things that need doing.
I see.
You will not stop us.
Are you sure
You
about
will not
that?
stop the Red Rider. Soon all of this land will be awash in the blood of peoples like
Wait, who
you.
did you just shoot?
I interrupted his rambling with the firebolt to the chest. Irenaeus, get him!
And we have initiative. Initiative.
Before we do that, can Irenaeus attack the one over here?
Yes,
Since he's
Erroneous
always there.
Erroneous also gets a surprise attack on whichever one he wants. Except for this one down here. This one is too far away.
I go after the top one.
The top one?
Uh-huh.
Alright, roll. Ugh!
This is not their night. One guy gets a firebolt, the other one gets a mace.
Flail to the face.
Mace to the face!
Apparently me and a Colt should initiative. Colt initiative. Oh, so we're not Irenaeus.
Nah, that's not what I want to do.
After Frederickson fires his firebolt at that guy, he starts laughing maniacally.
And
I'm
Althea
still
again is
missing
very
someone.
terrified of the small man.
I'm still missing somebody. I think it's the
Althea.
tiefling.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
Oh, the deer doesn't get a turn, huh?
nope. Deer's just a deer.
So I just need your initiative, tiefling, and then we can start.
Hmm.
Anywho. But yeah,
Do you need
after
help
he
with that
does he
initiative?
laughs.
I might.
Alright.
Wait. Ha! I win.
Yay! We got it. Alright, then who gets to go first? Cult Fanatic gets to go first.
He's
Alrighty.
probably pissed that his buddy got sucker firebolted. And
Yep. So he takes out his dagger and runs at Arrhenius. Rah!
That's not smart.
oh damn.
He gets 2 hits, but he only got the first one. 5 damage. Althea!
How far can I move?
6 squares.
All right. I kind of end up in front of Fredrickson then, and I
In front of the scary little man. Yeah.
Your little man.
She kind of glances behind her occasionally to make sure he doesn't have a knife in her back.
He just smiles at her kindly, not insanely, but with He
And
realizes his normal smile scares her.
It is a scary smile.
she uses Sacred Flame on the dude in front of her.
On green. Alright. And he manages to not get hit.
Damn him.
Fredrickson! What would you like to do?
Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off green and fire another firebolt at him. As soon as I find it. There we go. Pew!
Ah! He kind of
He
evaporates.
shoots them like
He kind of catches on fire and is like, ugh.
yeah, fuck you, dude.
Alright. Cult Fanatic. Cult Fanatic pulls out his dagger and slices at Arrhenius as well. There. This Cult Fanatic down here, though, looks around and give me 1 second. I am looking something up real quick. Alright. And he points his fingers out over at Fredrickson and shouts, "You will pay for that."
Oh dear.
Gives him the finger.
Hold,
Fredrickson, you're behind
person!
me. Do you mind?
You have to make a wisdom saving throw, Fredrickson.
Alright. That
Ah!
Oh, man.
The Cult Fanatic's face seems to fall from you, just kind of throwing him off like that. Irene, Nomiel.
You see, children, that's the magic of a middle finger.
Okay, I'm gonna use feline agility to run to orange. I am going to hit him with my greatsword. And then I want to cast 1 superiority die to use a triple attack. And then he has to pass a strength saving throw with a DC of 14.
Okay, so
Or he's knocked prone.
what's the superiority die do?
It adds damage. The 6 rolls added to my damage, and then he has to do a 14 DC
Yeah.
for my triple attack maneuver.
All right, you'll also need to to put that in your roll so I can actually see it for next time. It's just easier to roll off of that because I keep having to ask what's the save again?
Oh, no problem. Yeah, I can do that.
Was it strength, dex, con, what?
That's strength. Yeah.
Strength. Yeah, because again, I keep forgetting that sort of thing, even 5 seconds after somebody says it.
That's okay.
Oh, he passed. Wow.
So he doesn't take anything?
Well, he takes the extra damage, I believe, but
alright.
he just doesn't end knock prone.
Okay, no, doesn't get knocked prone. Got it. Yeah, so basically, pass such and such strength or get knocked prone. Is basically the way to word it. Arrhenius!
Ironius yells and enters a rage, and as he does, the air all around him gets really cold.
Oh.
Is there a roll for this, or do they just start shivering?
They probably just start shivering. He's feeling a lot stronger, though.
Sucking out potential energy from the air. The heat is gone because of it. Is there an attack involved, or is that your only action?
That's part of the rage.
Got it.
I
Run!
think so.
No,
He's
I get to attack.
Okay.
Explains why he's full of high air.
Which one are you attacking? Red or blue?
Red, still.
And you basically bring your flail down on Red's head, and the brains kind of explode out.
Oh dear.
My. Oh my.
Run!
What's
I'm
my
gonna-
crossbow distance?
I'm gonna look at
20
Blue
long.
and say, that's gonna be you in a few seconds, and I cast Vicious Mockery.
80 feet. Yeah, I think I can.
Which one? Blue?
Yeah, Blue.
Vicious mockery.
Oh, Bron went bard, huh?
I mean, I get 3 free cantrips, so like...
Yeah, somebody else multi-class as well. Antonio!
I think they got it. I don't want to get my weapons dirty and have to clean the blood off them again. So, you know what? I think you guys are good. I'll be right back, guys.
Alright. Oh, Fanatic casts Inflict Wounds on Arrhenius. And apparently misses. Basically tried to reach over, grab Arrhenius, and missed. Althea!
She shoots blue.
And that misses. The arrow goes wide.
Wow, I've just got no
Fredrickson!
luck.
Fredrickson is going to go over here, and he's going to cast. He's going to attempt to cast this. So he has to be a 13 on the Constitution.
Color spray. Nice.
Damn it!
The cult fanatic kind of like gives you a hand maneuver that you know means terrible things. It does not like you.
Double check.
Other cult fanatic grabs at Anomia and inflict wounds. Ouch.
Yeah. Ow.
Yeah, that was your full health points.
Yep, I'm dead. I'm down.
Basically, basically, from everyone else's point of view, the cult fanatic grabbed hold of the Tabaxi's hand, and the Tabaxi suddenly went limp. Because that was because that was a perfect drain, you don't need to worry about death saving throws. You're just unconscious. Ironius.
I will continue channeling my aura. Freddy, you get 2 temporary hit points.
Sweet.
And 8 bludgeoning damage. Nice.
By the way, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing
Yeah,
the
I
temporary.
figured.
Awesome. Ron, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to pump 4 dice of healing light into Inomia.
Sounds good. Actually, heal back for 6.
6 damage. 6. Okay.
No,
Or 12.
Well,
Anything else, Bron?
I'm gonna use my action to cast Vicious Mockery on the orange one.
You guys haven't finished these guys off yet.
No, and they actually downed one of the party. But the party, they're back up now.
Oh.
The guy grabs his head and screams, "Ah!"
Your mother doesn't love you.
Antonio, what would you like to do?
I guess. I can't quite reach there. So I'm just gonna action surge and then stab him to death. Hiya! Stab.
So you can.
60 feet. I think it was 45 between.
16 hit this fanatic.
Oh, yes, it should. Let's see how much damage you did. Oh yeah. Basically, you run forward, you bring over your spear, and stab the guy right through.
But I've taken the brute force feat.
Damn it.
Or style.
You are a brute?
Other cult fanatic kind of scowls at Erroneous, steps forward, and touches Fredrickson.
Already?
You feel pain shooting through your body, Fredrickson.
Fredrickson's kind of like somewhat immune to pain because of all the explosions he's gone through. So it's kind of like a really like a bad body. He's like, ugh, God, don't fucking touch me.
Althea.
Going to cast Healing Word on Cat Lady.
Yes.
Yay, more health. Fredrickson.
Okay.
Oh, Fredrickson, you're pretty low. Oh.
Healing word is a bonus action, isn't it?
No, if it's a bonus action, Althea, what else would you like to do?
Just stop there, I guess.
Alright. Fredrickson.
So I'm gonna cast now F. I'm going to hit him with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Just like fucking slap him on the head. Bam! Fuck you.
2 points of damage. Yep. Anything else?
Touch me. No. That's it.
Then we have the Tabaxi.
Okay, how do you handle like standing up since my character was knocked for being unconscious?
Yeah, you're fine.
It was like half movement getting up or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna stand up angrily and go to the last dude.
And you get advantage.
Great sword attack. At 10 damage. And I'm going to action surge. Try to finish him. I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
No,
Nope,
it's 18.
that one does not hit.
18.
Oh no, they're flanking him.
Oh, that's right, we're going flanking rolls,
Oh,
which
I can
means...
tell you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That does hit.
Basically, you charge forward, you slice twice, and the cultist's head rolls right off. And a gush of blood comes up from the body before the heart finishes stopping.
Are any still alive, like breathing? But
Oh no, they're basically cut into pieces, or smashed. One of them had his skull crushed. Another had his head decapitated. One was run through with with a spear. Another one I think was incinerated. So no, none of them are alive.
There goes our long rest.
Yes.
Yep, because you guys just finished a lot. You guys were finishing up a long rest at that point when this happened.
Yeah, but everybody just went all, you know,
I mean,
I
I
feel
can,
fine.
I'll just use cure wounds on the two guys who are wounded.
Only if you really think so.
So you find let's see, uh, 2 intact sets of leather armor and 4 daggers between the bodies.
Hey, Ironius, grab this stuff and
Throw it
throw
in
the
cart.
Yep.
Understood. Who's gonna keep track of that?
You know what? Ironius, do we have like a sheet or something to wrap
I
all
could
these
do
bodies
that.
up with?
To wrap what in?
To
I'm
wrap
taking
these
the
all
bodies.
these bodies. Take one of them so we can show it to someone and tell them this is a fucking problem.
Wouldn't we be called murderer?
Aren't we
Now
on a
we tell
mission
them
from the king?
they're part of
Can't
the
they?
cult of the Red Rider, and
They just.
Fredrickson believes that they're part of the problem. He's gonna ask Garl what his.
Alright, since Antonio bought the wagon, Antonio gets the wagon inventory.
What does Garl have to say about these cultists? He just kind of looks up in the air and go, "Hey, what the hell?" Oh, are they part of the problem?
Apparently you only seem to get 1 answer per day.
Damn it! All right, I'll ask him again tomorrow.
I'll
Apparently, these
go
guys
ahead.
don't worship a god.
And you might want to consider becoming either a paladin or a cleric for next level up, since you're praying to a god.
Well, I mean, I'm sure everybody prays.
Well, yeah, but you're actually getting answers from this god, so therefore you might want to consider going cleric or paladin, or they may not answer you again.
Yeah, why not? Fredrickson is going to be used for experimenting. See what works and what doesn't.
Apparently, asking God doesn't.
As this is coming from the cleric, he looks at her. He actually answered my question. One of them, anyways.
How many more do you get?
He said I only get one, which is fine. I'll ask him again another question tomorrow.
By the way, you had a long rest now. Ooh. Yeah, nothing interesting going on there.
While we're writing, Fredrickson's going to try and play his accordion. It's not as bad as it was before.
You have reached the crossroads. Which way do you wish to go?
Full ball south.
Yeah.
Alright.
Go left.
You've entered the woods. And finally, you have reached Bottom Town as evening starts to draw closer.
Fred?
Oh god, they're attacking from the trees.
Fred, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Was job to find what wrong or fix what wrong?
Both?
Okay.
That way they can, build their railway or whatever. The only reason why they sent me is just to get rid of me.
It is now the 20th of Divine. You made some good time on that on the roads. You have 10 days. 10 days to figure out what's going on and let the king know by way of the sending stones.
If we don't succeed, could we send him some false information?
Well,
Absolutely.
No, that would be a very bad idea.
we could tell him problem cultist.
Yes, but he doesn't
Yes.
know who the cultist is, and who knows what that will accomplish.
Hang on, let me ask Garl real quick too. Garl's another one of his friends, since he doesn't have many. So it's like an imaginary friend, only he's a god.
Man,
Hey
I forgot to
Garl,
get my.
are these guys the cause of this undead problem? The Red Riders? The cult of the Red Riders? Ah, cool. Thanks. They're not the cause, they're a symptom. But while we're here, let's get some information.
Alright. As you ride into town, you see that this place is actually much better walled and fortified than even Midpoint was. The walls themselves look like fairly new construction within the last. Sorry, wrong page. Within the last, what was it? 2 seasons or so, like probably back during the end of winter, or maybe even last fall. That these fortifications had been reinforced. That means it predates the known incursions by the undead.
Alright, well, let's go find us for the night.
Alright.
Ironius would like to just stay outside.
Alright. Anybody who is going into the inn, move your token down here.
Okay.
So I can figure out who's going.
Alfie's probably more interested with the ruins outside.
Oh,
Alright.
there I am.
So you're gonna stick around with the Ronius?
Yeah.
Well, they're not really ruins. This is just a generic world map that I found. But
Just make up something.
yeah. But basically, that would be that would be like the farms that are on the outlaying. There are still a lot of forests nearby, but it's not like you're in the middle of the forest the way that Woodrest was. This area is much closer to the mountains. You actually see them looming in the southern distance. As you step inside, you hear lots of noise and music. Surprisingly, you see more goblins than otherwise expected. In fact, you see a goblin standing behind the bar, kind of wiping it down with a rag. And you even see a few kobolds, kind of like sitting around, huddled on this one table over here. Other people of note, there are, you can see a minotaur over here. There's a few dwarves, a few elves, some generic humans just kind of scattered about. Oh, I should probably put those tokens down, shouldn't I?
That is completely up to you.
Even commoners. Yeah, look like they're the same. Still use
They're twins.
that stuff around.
Twinsies.
Nah, I basically made a nice little rolling table for these guys, just so I could just use one sheet, and that way they actually have stats that I can roll if need be.
Yeah.
But yeah, a bunch of random commoners are kind of gathered around. And there's dwarves. And I said, surprisingly, this place seems to be run by goblins, which isn't very common. There's not many goblins, at least in the towns and villages and cities in Hellspring. Although, of course, you did see some goblins in the woods a while back.
You guys did murder them too.
No, we didn't.
Oh, that's right. Usually, that's what happens. There's a big
Yeah,
conversation.
no, we were talking.
Little things, the goblins.
Those are the kobolds. There's a goblin kind of right behind the counter, though. They're all like, similarly sized. So, but yeah, the goblin kind of behind the bar pauses his wiping rag and says, "Hey, you seem new here. Welcome, welcome to the Lonely Horde. What can I get for you today? How about some rot gut? Only
Said
5
Lord,
copper.
right?
It's called the Lonely Horde."
Okay. I didn't hear the D.
It is a tavern, so it still might be.
Could be.
I obviously walk up to the counter and go, "Hello, my good sir. I have a question for you, if you don't mind answering."
Sure.
General question. What can you tell me about the undead problem here?
Well, it's a good thing we had these walls built a season ago. They were meant to keep the hill giants out, and they've been doing a pretty good job here in town. But when the undead started coming up from the south, from the mountains, well, they've kind of been keeping us safe. As you can see, we're still pretty prosperous here.
Well, that's good. You wouldn't happen to know if there's any cave entrances in the mountain range near here?
Caves. Well, there's some cobalt settlements probably up the mountains outside of the actual, right the actual sovereignty of Hellspring itself. But if you really want to talk about caves, well, the kobolds over there, we're talking about a new one that's only been around for the last season or so.
I see. Thank you. Thank you very much. I toss him a gold. That's for the information.
Hey, thanks. Anytime. Sure you don't want any rocket?
Yeah, I'm good for now. Thanks. And I
All
look at
right.
the Bible. I'm gonna go ahead and walk over to these kobolds.
Kobolds are just kind of like gathered at the table, kind of chewing on some meat. They kind of look up when you come over. One of them nudges the other one, mumbling something about gnomes and friggin' gnomes, blah blah blah. They're kind of eyeing you with suspicion.
Hang on. I yell at the bartender. Hey, what are these guys drinking?
Oh, Rotgut, of course.
Yeah, get them around.
The kobolds kind of settle down slightly as Rotgut is brought to them by another goblin. By the way, the goblins in this region, for those of you who were not told this before, are all green-skinned and hairless.
Basically hideous.
Well, except for my goblin, she's not hideous. You ever seen the picture on the side of my room? That's me. Well, my goblin.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and have a chat with these kobolds. I'm like, are these just male kobolds?
You can't tell. Kobolds are very difficult to tell gender.
All right. Well, I go up to them and go, my dear kobolds, I was informed that you guys know of a cave entrance that's relatively new. Can you tell me where that's at?
One of them, was just kind of sitting there, puts down the bone that it was chewing on, kind of studies you, tilting its head slightly. What's it to you?
Well, at this point, my hat's off and there's a bird sticking its beak out. And I go, well, I'm actually doing a job right now, and I was asked to study the mountain range, all the caves that are up there, so that way they have information on if something bad were to happen. Let's say this undead problem gets even worse. There might be a place that people can hide.
Yeah, no good. Trolls already got there before we could. Other kobolds went in, and trolls ate them. We came here. We're hoping for a new settlement there, but yeah. One of the other kobolds just kind of shakes its head.
I'm gonna do insight to see if they're lying. Gotta find it. There it is.
We're telling you the truth.
And I have Ted with me, so
Mhm.
help. It's not as good, or it's not as bad, but it could be better.
Kobold drinks down its rot gut. And he goes, good stuff, even if a gnome ordered it.
How about 2 more then? And I yell at the goblin.
The goblin kind of salutes you and sends more over. And the same female goblin server comes over and just kind of deposits the rot gut on the table. The kobolds seem to be happily drinking it and getting a bit more amenable towards the gnome.
That's all you guys know, because I was sent here to do a job, and I kind of like to take care of that for my boss.
Well,
Sometimes the higher ups can be a bit of a pain, so I can get you guys another round if you want.
Early, the kobold speaks up. Early in renewal, this cave just kind of opened up on the side of the mountain. You can kind of see it with all the dirt and stuff piled around. And there was a huge cave system behind it. It's like someone was digging something out, but there was no one there staking a claim. So a bunch of us scouts went ahead and started scouting it out. To expand our expand our tribe, and well, apparently trolls found it too.
See, okay. I pull out a map that I have, and I put it on the table. Would you guys mind marking where these caves are for me?
I kind of looked at the map and look up at the gnome. What, are you trying to stake a claim on what we want?
Absolutely. Quite frankly, I'm not from this country, so what they do with this information is none of my concern.
One of the other kobolds sticks its hand out. If you want the information, you're gonna have to pay us. Make it worth their while.
I asked the bartender, how many of these guys had so far?
The bartender shrugs. I kind of lost track.
I walk over, I put down 5 gold, and I tell them, get them really drunk.
Well,
I whisper that to him.
We'll try our best. Several tankards of this rock gut are brought over to them. They're it's almost the same size as the kobolds.
And then I walk back to the kobolds and go, I took care of your drinks for the night.
Well, 2 of the kobolds seem very happy about this. Another kobold's still kind of undecided, and is just kind of saying, I wasn't talking about more drink. We lost a potential home, you know.
What if I told you I could open that cave back up for you?
You could get rid of the trolls that are living in there?
Die trying.
If
I die, that's one less gnome in the world.
Yes, that would be one less gnome. Roll persuasion.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that sounds great. Meanwhile, while Fredrickson's doing this and everyone else in the tavern is watching him do that, Olitha and Aronius, what are you guys doing?
I would be probably doing a dance in summoning more of that storm aura, trying to get used to it.
You see a
Alfie's
dancing
probably,
half-orc.
And it's not good dancing. It's like sudden, abrupt moving.
You're doing the shepherd shuffle. Okay, get it.
I think Irenia
Probably
should
like
do a.
most of us would look if we danced for real.
I think Irenia should do a performance check. To see how bad he actually is.
His dance was so amazing. All of the the women from the town gathered up there.
He has all the goblin ladies swooning.
No, there's only a small family of goblins. Basically, the people that run the inn. They're the only population of goblins in the town. Most of the town appears to be like humans and elves and dwarves and minotaurs.
I'd more imagine it more like the Haka.
Ah.
Or like what?
The Haka, the dance of the New Zealand natives.
Oh.
Yeah, I have no idea how
the
that
world
looks.
just moved.
Oh, it's too bad we're not doing sounds. I have some good Maori music.
No, I was just trying to because it's really the gate's supposed to be on the north side instead of the south side. I was just trying to reorient the map, but oh well.
Alfie's kind of just bouncing around the town, trying to talk rather
Oh, I don't remember how to do that now.
unsuspiciously as she can about this cave that may be nearby and seeing if anybody would know about it.
Okay, roll a, let's see what's the best one. Intelligence check. Nope, that doesn't
Roll a
work.
what?
An intelligence check.
If you look on the left side of the page, you see like your stats. Click on intelligence.
Yeah, as you talk to people and listen to people, you don't really find any useful information about any caves that are to the south. There's more comments about kobolds living up somewhere in the mountains. They probably have caves, blah blah blah, that sort of thing. Okay, Rodius is dancing. Now people in the tavern that are just watching Fred at the moment. Antonio, what do you wish to do?
I'm just hanging out with Fred, I would think.
Okay.
Get the info.
Tabaxi, what do you wish to do?
I want to try some rot gut.
All right. There'll be 5 coppers. The goblin tells you.
Alright, I pay him 5 copper.
He sets down this brownish brew in front of you. It smells vaguely like cave.
Like cave?
Like what you would expect a cave to smell like.
Hey, you guys have never met me. Thank you very much.
I would smell it, and then
Roll a Constitution check if you're drinking it.
I would sip it and give it a try.
Your sensitive smell receptors are.
Your stomach clenches up as you start to drink this. It is horrible.
What is this made out of?
Oh, it's made out of fungus, of course. The goblin tells you.
Oh god.
We mix dirt and water together.
Mold
I think
and
we can afford
fungus.
around these parts.
If you get the right stuff, you can get a great brew out of it.
You hear Fredrickson yell, "He's not wrong."
I would be holding back a gag. But I'd be like, thank you. You can take this back now.
The goblin snickers slightly and just kind of dumps it out into the sink and starts cleaning the glass. Ron, what about you? What do you wish to do?
I wanna go sit next to. I'm gonna sit next to the commoners on my right.
All right. The people kind of look up at you. Hello.
And so how's the traffic been in the city? I mean, with the roads gone bad, have there been many visitors in this town?
Yes, and there's been frequent attacks lately, though, too. But the walls have been pretty good, but some of the farms have been damaged. We have recently completed some of the dwarven artisans have been recently completing walls around the farms too, trying to keep the hill giants out.
And from where are the attacks coming precisely?
Well, the hill giants live up on the lower levels of the mountains.
Mhm.
They would always come down occasionally and worry the farms, but they've been a bit worse lately. And then of course the undead started showing up,
Mhm.
but the undead really can't get much beyond the walls.
Yeah. Alright. Has there been any strange new people in town?
I mean, besides you guys, well, those kobolds over there still are pretty new to town.
Alright. Thank you, and enjoy your drinks, man.
They nod at you. Fredrickson, you've gathered up pretty much as much information as the kobolds are willing to tell you, especially since they are now falling unconscious at the table. But we'll do that.
Stupid kobolds.
Does someone want to ask about Fred or Jason?
Actually, Fredrickson is going to walk over to the door and yell, "Ironius, get in here!"
Whoa!
He hears you from all the way outside of town.
Braun, come here a second. I gotta talk to you guys. And I go over here.
Ironius wouldn't have heard. You just heard the cries of him.
Ironius, over here.
You understand? I'm outside of town doing this, right?
You
you're
just
outside.
screamed as loud as you could.
Yeah. I go out there. Ironius, get in here!
Can I hear you from like halfway across town?
Roll perception. You hear you hear a familiar voice calling, but you can't tell what it's saying.
Do I know where it's coming from? Like when I run towards the tavern?
Yeah, you'd probably be able to tell that's coming from that direction.
Alfie kind of pokes her head in, a little confused.
Or I can wave you over and hand you this drink.
Why would you deceive me like this?
We'll
I'm
deal
not
with
deceiving
Ironius
you.
in a little bit. Anyways, Braun, I was thinking. This note that we found at the castle
Yeah.
for this guy's apprentice. And I
Mhm.
was thinking, there's a wizard missing who took a holy sword south of where we were. I think Jason is this apprentice necromancer.
Could be possible.
Because as soon as he knew we found that sword and I had identified it, and we went to take care of the skeletons. He ran away with it. He ran away with something that could help us stop undead.
I guess you have a point there.
So I'm thinking we need to continue. Not only do we need to continue our search for this asshole, but we have to. I got some information from those conscious kobolds over there that and I show them the map. These are the locations of the caves, and this is the one that opened up recently. So since this is the most recent, we need to go check it out. However, the kobolds think that there's trolls in it. So we're gonna have to tread lightly.
I guess not have much of a choice, though we also have to be careful.
Okay.
So we'll have to find Ironius and tell him. But I think that's about all the information we're gonna get from him. But I haven't had a chance to go talk to those dwarves.
I mean, we also need to be careful because the hill giants have been acting up lately, which might have something to do with the trolls or the undead being more active lately.
Yeah. Maybe if we're lucky, Ironius knows how to speak giant. I don't think so, but a gnome can dream. But we need to keep that in mind that Jason's probably more dangerous than we thought. Or he's dumber than we thought. One of the. Alright. Well, let me go talk to the dwarves, see if they can give me any more information about those caves. So I'll go do that, and I'll go talk to the dwarves. It's just two dwarven dudes, right?
Yeah, there's a couple. The dwarves just kind of sitting over there, having pints and eating something that seems to be battered and breaded and fried. The gnomes kind of look
Yeah.
at. Sorry, the dwarves kind of look up and say, "Hey there, laddie. How's it going? You
Pretty
new
good.
in town?"
That's pretty good. Tell me, what can you tell me about the caves near here?
Caves. They kind of put their hands together, and one of them gets a sad expression. Oh, you mean the failed mining expedition, huh?
Yes.
He kind of tugs at his beard. Well, early this renewal, a mining company was up there, near the base of the mountain, starting excavations, hoping to eventually make a path directly through the mountain. That way, we could actually reach Ithan and everything on the other side. At least that's what we think is on the other side of the mountains. It's no easy trek to actually walk across them. There's too many dangers. Giants, unfriendly kobolds. Kind of looks over at the other table towards those kobolds, and those ones aren't too bad. But there's plenty of other kobolds up there that are nasty and would kill you as soon as look at you. But still,
That's okay. That's okay. I'd probably kill them as soon as I look down. That's fine.
good gnome, good gnome.
Yeah, you
Anyway,
didn't take too kindly to me here. Well, neither did the interns that I was working.
they
Oh,
kind of
hey.
look puzzledly at you for a moment, but then continue on. Well, early in renewal, and at the end of winter, the mining company was working on opening up some passageways through the mountains, and they actually found a cave system down there. Unfortunately, they vanished. No one's been able to go up there and check for them because not long after, that's when the attacks started.
Yeah.
Well, the other dwarf kind of looks at you and says, I saw it kind of suspect that maybe they found like a tomb or something like that and unleashed these undead. Who knows what kind of tombs that the old country folks had.
Alright, I go, so gentlemen, if you don't mind, and I put the map on the table, can you mark which one of these is that cave entrance for me?
I don't know, the dwarf grumbles. Maybe you should go talk to the mayor.
I will have to do that. I appreciate that, gentlemen. And so I walk, after I'm done talking to them, I walk back up to the bartender, and I go, whatever those, kobolds didn't use, go ahead and, put that towards the dwarves tab.
You get it.
Thanks, buddy. And I go back to the dwarves and I
No
tell them,
trouble.
for the information that you guys gave me, I'll take care of your tab. For
They
today.
cheer. Why don't you come and have a pipe with us, laddie?
I would love to, but sadly I'm on the clock right now and I gotta take care of a few. But once I'm done, I'll be more than happy to take you up on that.
They give you a rounding huzzah at that. So the goblin's kind of watching you now and yells, "Hey, you guys getting a room for the night?
Yes we are.
We got mostly single occupancy rooms, a silver each.
How many of us are there? 6?
There's now 6 of you, yes.
It's copper.
Half of the tavern is ours.
So I go ahead and give him a cold for everybody.
The bartender owner guy seems like quite happy about this, and like anything you guys want, anything special you might desire.
I don't know. I ask the rest of the crew that's in here. Is there anything you guys want special?
Are we ordering off menu here? What are we talking about?
Oh, he just asked if there's anything you guys actually want.
I would be rubbing my stomach, so grossed out by the rock that I tasted, and say, no, thank you.
We don't know yet, but as soon as we come up with something, we'll let you
All right.
And then after that, I leave the tavern.
Gotta go find your dancing barbarian?
No, I'm not. Yeah, actually, I probably should.
I think I'm gonna have to call it a night because it's getting real late here.
Yeah, I'm about to call it a night too, but I just want to settle up with the barbarian first, and then everybody goes to bed, and then on to next week. I'll see you tomorrow, Quentin.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Bye bye.
Have a good night.
See ya.
Have a good day. It's probably like 4 in the morning over there.
He's currently in Spain, so.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to do, Fred?
I'm gonna go find Ironius.
Ironius, what are you currently doing?
Still doing the dance.
How long have you been dancing now?
Dance, barbarian, dance!
Like, I got an 18 constitution. I could probably do it all night.
You've been dancing so long that now locals are offering you gold coins to take your clothes off.
What's left of them, anyways?
I did that in the first session.
He's just wearing hand paint now.
Oh.
Oh, how could I miss something so beautiful?
Well, they told me someone was gonna fight me, so I took shirt off and ready to fight.
So where'd your pants go?
Attached to a shirt.
Yeah, he was just kind of standing on a loincloth for a while.
Alright, so Alfie's kind of just roaming around out in the town again.
Whoa.
You see that the people there are mostly friendly. They aren't giving you dirty looks for being a tiefling.
Might maybe be a little bit annoyed on one side of the town from cries of half-orc.
Possibly because of the way your horns look. Like, they're familiar with horns like that. They see them on the Minotaurs.
Like, probably after 2 hours of doing the dance, he'd come in, like, sweating and shirtless. Like,
God.
What he is doing kind of reminds me of that episode of Futurama where Fry's like, I'm going to do the dance of my people. And he just starts the stereo and starts dancing in front of City Hall.
Wasn't he dancing? I forget what he was dancing. Damn it.
Alright, so the sweaty shirtless been dancing for quite a while, guys, over here with Alfie.
hello, friend.
Oh dear.
Were you at the tavern?
She left the tavern to go back looking in the town.
I think she got bored.
Okay, yeah, because I'm looking for Ironius too.
Alfie just kind of stares at Ironius. Where are your clothes? Just a question. Just a little bit curious.
Doesn't it feel wonderful? I don't need shirt. It's actually probably really cold too.
Alfie's kind of just stunned for a moment. Where is your shirt? Just curiosity.
Outside?
You are outside, though.
Like, I'm at the walls where he was dancing. Yeah, it's out there. Where summoning the storm.
Everyone, I think we should go get your shirt, hun.
Okay.
So a friend sent a link showing D&D D&D male characters all naked, and all of them they're all censored, and they're all censored to the side except for the half work. And they're like, "I'll put the half work porn star, please." And I was like, that's the most hilarious thing in terms of timing, because she has no idea what we're playing currently. Or the fact that Aroni is just running around mostly naked at the time, acting like a half-work porn star. I just thought it was the most hilarious thing ever.
Oh, God. Alright, so...
We go
lovely,
shirt.
Let's go find the shirt.
Have I found Ironius yet?
Make your perception roll.
Okay.
Nope, you're kind of wandering around lost. You run into a couple of dwarves who greet you friendlily.
Yeah.
But no half-orcs. No half-orcs.
How about Ted? Does he see him? Was it 18?
Nope.
Was it 18?
Wherever Aronius is, he's not being noticed by the pseudo-dragon.
Huh.
Currently is on a quest to find his missing shirt, which has been stolen by raccoons and dragged up in a tree somewhere.
Oh, Jesus.
We certainly get sidetracked pretty easily.
I'm gonna yell out, I'm gonna call out for Ironius.
Ironius is walking sidetrack.
Yeah. But hey, sidetracks sometimes make the game. You can't be mad at them. They're funny.
Alright, Tiefling with socks as their entity thing for divinity. Shirtless orc dude. Little gnome running around, can't figure out what's going on. Antonio's kind of dead. Cat lady's kind of dead.
I'm fine. I'm not dead.
You've been quiet.
Yeah.
As we're all running around half dressed.
I'm moving Broad to our rooms because he's officially asleep.
I think I found the funniest dynamic. We have a person who wants to clothe someone and someone who just always wants to get naked.
Oh great, we have Great Fullbuster on our team.
Not saying that Alfie doesn't want you naked, but right now in this town, probably not. There are too many children.
I do use ice, so I'm probably great.
Alright, so is the shirt really in a tree with raccoons, or?
He's got icicle hanging between his legs.
Can we find the shirt?
Yes. Just find the shirt. It's okay. I was just trying to make a joke.
Well, I mean, I do have a -1 to find it.
Gosh.
-1 to 9.
I think one person's getting upset at your antics, so.
They'll be fine.
So I suggest we kind of get wrapped up. I mean, if you need to talk to Ironius. Let's get him talked to
Do I
so we
see
can
the
get him
shirt?
settling down for the night. Ironius is wearing the shirt. He didn't even realize it.
I give up and head back to the inn.
-1 intelligence. You're wearing the shirt all along.
Wait, then how didn't Alfie notice?
That's because the shirt is that it needs to be cleaned badly.
Oh, so he just blends in with the shirt.
This
Yes.
shirt is
Alright,
awkward.
Alfie's still kind of convinced he's naked, throws her little cape over him. Which doesn't do much, it's like a thong for his chest.
Oh, good God, that visual.
She's tiny, he's huge.
The half-orc porn star wearing a thong on his chest. Oh, God.
Alright, after Erroneous and Alfie are done trying to get him dressed, do you think we'd be doing anything, or are we just heading back to the tavern?
Probably go to the tavern. I've done my
Alright.
dance.
So glad you've got your shirt on now.
That's when I complete the session and say have everybody wake up there next session. But I think it went pretty well. Yep. You guys got a level. You visited 2 towns. You got in a couple fights.
Hey, what are you doing in my room?
Alfie's still scared of Fredrickson and the deer and Ted.
Actually, I'm gonna go.
Probably the most dangerous person she's not afraid of.
Well,
Well, I mean, Frederick will openly say he's like